They don't like Christianity. They even would go so far as to say Christianity is a Jewish psyop to weaken the West.
There's a big push against that right now.
There is.
A lot of white people. I've talked to some of these guys. I'm trying to tell them, like, bro, you're not going the right approach. Just say he's not Jewish. Like, son of God. How is the son of God a Jew? This is like, I don't think the Bible ever says Mary's Jewish, does it?
We are receiving a Jewish salvation by virtue of our faith in Christ. Christ is the most Jewish Jew who ever lived. Every Christian believes that the Jews under the old covenant were God's chosen people, from whom he brought about the Messiah.
Is there any advantage in being a Jew? Much in every way. There is a certain advantage in being the history and having the patriarchs and the oracles and the prophets and these kinds of things. And so part of his affection for the Jews has to do with the fact that the Jews, but because I'm a part of them.
There is a benefit in a lineage and a heritage, but that benefit of Christ, all of their Torah memory and all those things is wonderful. But apart from converting to Christ, apart from bowing the knee to King Jesus, it's only an added condemnation. Father, we thank you for Jesus Christ, that he's the root, this olive tree that has union with the root, and that's where all the life and the flourishing and the fruit comes from. That root was not Abraham, not in the truest sense. It wasn't King David. It wasn't the old covenant and the nation of Israel, but the root, not seeds, plural, but singular, the seed of Abraham, that root was Christ. And the only way to have union with him is by grace alone, through faith alone, in Christ alone.
Basically, if you believe in Jesus Christ and the covenant, from my understanding, then now you're Jewish. In terms of, that's like the joke, but
that is an incredibly astute theological observation that very few Christians understand.
Yeah, that I'm saying, like it's like
Abraham, grafted
correct.
in.
So you're brought into, like, the true Jew is one who's circumcised of the heart, right?
Right.
Who's a Jew because he is one inwardly, and circumcision is a matter of the heart by the Spirit, not by the written code.
It is not those who are a Jew outwardly, but those who are a Jew inwardly, not circumcision of the flesh, but circumcision of, and it's those who have faith in
my circumcised
plural,
wiener heart.
Speaks of, but singular, the seed is Christ. He's the promised seed that would come from Abraham, and all those who are attached to him, have union with him through faith by the Spirit, they are the true sons of Abraham. And when we bless God's
promise to Abraham.
According to the Bible, we as Christians, whether we be Jew or Gentile, are the heirs of the promises made to Abraham. Those today who are in the Middle East and the nation of Israel, they're not in Christ. 99% of them do not believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. Therefore, they are not the seed of Abraham. Therefore, Genesis 12:1-3 does not apply unto them. You say, well, Pastor Anderson, they say they are Jews, but they really are. No, because Romans 2:28 says, for he is not a Jew which is one outwardly. Neither is that circumcision which is outward in the flesh, but he is a Jew which is one inwardly. And circumcision is that of the heart in the spirit and not in the letter, whose praise is not of men.
Where's Jay Dyer saying Jesus is the Jewiest Jew that ever lived and they're spiritual Jews? I hope he's in here.
Islam will send you to hell. Buddhism will send you to hell. Hinduism will send you to hell. But it's worth noting that those three religions, major world false religions, they all deny the deity of Christ and salvation in him alone, and therefore they'll send you to hell. No, I don't want a pagan neighbor, even if he's white. We've got a rich tradition of pagan stone idols having their heads, sawn off, or crosses etched into, the idol. That's what pagan tribes have done for hundreds of years. Converting to Christianity. See St. Boniface. Every knee will bow on that final day, and every tongue will confess. Some knees will bow because they bend by grace, and other knees will bow because they break. And they will be broken by Christ. That he who rules the nations with an iron scepter will break their kneecaps and force them to bow.
I'd like to see you try, Joel Webbin. You stupid neo-Jew, wannabe Jew. I'm the true Israel. My circumcised foreskin of my heart. Jewish inwardly. The neo-Jew right. Talking about the third temple. You need the third temple. You need the Antichrist. And there's no Jesus that's going to float down from the clouds and save you either. See Through It All clipped up him the other day coping with Jake Shields about Jesus being Jewish, and now you can see why the strategy of just denying that Jesus is obviously Jewish will never work. Ted Cruz is speaking out. All the real Christians are speaking out. It's got hundreds of thousands of views, and everybody's laughing at you and thinks you're a satanic, heretical liar, and calling you a pagan even. Just outrageous. So love the new mix from See Through It All. Look at that. 47 likes. That's how much this is suppressed. That's how much a fire edit like that, showing how spiritually Jewish these people are. That's how the suppression works.
They don't like Christianity.
With this Abrahamic circle jerk of an internet and suppression and gatekeeping. I wish I would have seen Jay Dyer in there where he says, yes, they're spiritual Jews. Jesus was a Jew, and you become Jews when you drink the magic blood of the ultimate Jew, Jesus. That one needed to be in there, too. Maybe a Nick. Always throw in a Nick and a Alex Jones. See Through It All. Nick and Alex Jones and a Jay Dyer admitting how Jewish Jesus is. We got a huge show today. Going to be discussing some updates with Epic Fury. By the way, today, Friday, March 13th, Friday the 13th, 2026, there's a lot of rumors of troops being deployed to the Middle East. Trump says he'll know the war is over when he feels it in his bones. And we got some other stuff, too. Let me bookmark this like I always forget to do. Epic Fury. Okay. Let's get right into it. Oh, and powerchat.live/no-more-news is in the description below. It is pinned to the top of the live chat in Rumble and Odysee. And it is on. We missed the goal yesterday. Let's go into the weekend strong. Hitting the goal. There'll probably be 500 people in here. Chip in, every dollar helps. $5 shekel challenge. Otherwise, Miss No More News is going to be breathing down my neck. Thank you, Anonymous.
Anonymous sent $5. It's over. Jews Messiah will come, and both Christian and Muslim will have to follow Noahide law and bow down to Jews. All nation in the world become their slaves.
Pretty much. Sums it up. We're going to be covering Iran's Epic Fury, Netanyahu's death hoax, the latest kooky nonsense on the internet today. Christ is King is trending because Ted Cruz and everything's always fighting about Jesus. Everybody's delightfully anticipating the Dajjal or the Antichrist and Jesus because Netanyahu mentioned the Messiah in his latest address to the nation. Here's the latest from Trump. We are totally destroying the terrorist regime of Iran, militarily, economically, and otherwise. Yet if you read the failing New York Times, you would incorrectly think that we are not winning. Iran's navy is gone. Their air force is no longer. Missiles, drones, and everything else are being decimated. The leaders have been wiped from the face of the earth. We have unparalleled firepower, unlimited ammunition, and plenty of time. Watch what happens to these deranged scumbags today. They keep saying that, like, you haven't seen nothing yet. They're only getting started, but also saying that they're completely wiped out at the same time. So which is it? And now they're talking troops, sending troops over there. I also saw Hegseth claim, or maybe it was the press secretary claim, that their Iran launching missiles and drones is down 90%. Watch what happens to these deranged scumbags today. They've been killing innocent people all over the world for 47 years. And now I, as the 47th president, I mean, I said that yesterday. He keeps saying 47 years over and over again. What's with the 47 obsession? Do they want us to all think that they're doing some gematria magic? President of the USA, I'm killing them. What a great honor it is to do so. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Donald Trump, you're president and savior of the world, the Prince of Peace, Moshiach, you're king, the chosen one, Donald Trump. RT, and I'm seeing other internet outlets reporting that 2,200 Marines and amphibious ships from Japan, Middle East, and Iran war. That's being reported. ABC.
Anonymous sent $20. My coworker says the Bible is fake and instead believes in a spiritual Jesus. I can't seem to get through to him. It's also tiring.
Everybody wants to have their own personal Jesus, apparently. Jack Stone says 47 in Gematria is for the nullification of the 70 nations. Well, that makes sense. No wonder they're saying it over and over again obsessively. I'm also seeing reports that one of our aircraft carriers, one of our fighter ships, has been damaged and is returning. Could be bullshit, though.
When I feel it.
Okay. As Trump on Fox News.
I'm doing something about it, and I had to take an
Hey, Jack, can you tweet out and tag me on a tweet about that Gematria nullification of the 70 nations, please? Thank you.
We had the greatest economy in history. We still do. Oh, this will bounce right back. When it's over, and I don't think it's going to be long, when it's over, this is going to bounce right back so fast.
When are you going to know when it's over?
When I feel it.
Okay.
I feel it in my bones.
Will you ask anybody in particular? Would that be some of these a joint decision?
Well, I deal with people. I have great people.
Yeah.
We're in good hands, guys. He'll know it in his bones. Whenever he says so, it's over. It's not over until the fat orange MAGA king sings. Latest White House propaganda of Operation Epic Fury.
Primarily the missile forces of.
We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated.
One, destroy their missile stockpiles, their missile launchers, and their defense industrial base. Missiles and
Mark
their ability.
Thank you, Mark.
$10 on Rumble. Don't want Mrs. KMN sweating, yeah. Hail Odin.
Just need 30 more of those. No big deal.
Number one,
we got plenty of time.
Their missiles and their missile launchers. We are going to destroy their capability to make these missiles and these launchers.
Number one, destroy the regime's deadly ballistic missiles and completely raze their missile industry to the ground.
Continue to destroy Iranian ballistic missiles and drone capability in order to prevent attacks on the U.S. and others throughout the region. And this means attacking launch sites, command and control nodes, stockpiles before they can threaten our personnel, our facilities, and our partners.
Addressing the ability of the Islamic Republic to project military power against, of course, us, our bases, our forces, et cetera, as well as our allies and partners in the region and beyond. And that's primarily the missile forces of the Islamic Republic, which had obviously been growing substantially and posed a very serious threat.
Names sent $5 on Rumble. Did Joel Webbin get banned from his church or something? Saw a video of him preaching in a living room with like 10 other people. Lol. The future for all based anti-Semitic Christians.
I'm not sure if he got kicked out of his church. Probably. I know Corey Mailer did. I know this black British guy that Joel Webbin's been hanging out with got kicked out of his church. So I'm not sure. Did he? But yeah, I shared also the living room church that Joel Webbin's got going.
To all of those equities that I just mentioned, as well as the ability to produce that.
No massive shield with which they're going to hide behind of both short-range ballistic missiles, long-range, and drones.
Okay, not too hard, not too hard. Look at this Israeli account. 1.8 million. Israel's official X accounts, really? The Iranian regime is launching missiles towards Jerusalem, a city sacred to billions, during the month of Ramadan. Oh, they're trying to over the Western Wall, over Al-Aqsa Mosque, over the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. You know what they're doing. You know it's coming. Some of the first videos I made on No More News 10 years ago were about blowing up the Dome of the Rock and rebuilding the Third Temple. And ushering in their Moshiach and Noahide laws. Playing out this script, this blueprint, this scripture that they're following, that they're manifesting through their belief. And now they're like, hey, Muslims, Iran's going to bomb your dome. Hey, Christians, they're going to bomb your holy sites. Guess we need Gog and Magog. And instead of just blaming the Torah, blaming Yahweh, pinpointing the prophecies and Moshiachs and Antichrist, all the influencers want to blame some secret Satanist as if this is a satanic thing and not just a Yahweh thing. I don't know why this isn't coming up. It's a psyop. Hey, Adam, just got the signed book. Wonderful. Would you ever do a Jesus is a deception, change my mind video out in front of a church? Would be a great clip to do. Yeah, I thought about going to churches. I'm not just sure about the legality of that. Standing outside, I don't know if you could set up a table with the sign in front of a church. And it would suck if I did all that and then just nobody came over. I am going to go out this weekend, though, and do some more Man on the Streets. I'm going to ask about demons and aliens, I guess. Ask about Trump launching the war in Iran to distract away from the Epstein files. Any other ideas in the chat of questions I should ask? Yeah, it might be illegal. Harassment of a place of worship. Even if you're, maybe it's legal to do it on the sidewalk in front or something, but the ruling class likes that people blame demons. Yeah. This is crazy, though. Why can't it just be these guys? Why are we having to, it's like absolving them and shifting the focus from them and the tangible, real world, provable things and people and blaming some secret shadow alien secret society groups that supposedly have some satanic agenda instead of this is just a big Yahweh prophecy Abrahamic agenda. I like that, Real Vision. Pretend to be a uber Christian and get them to say wild things. I should try that. That might be the ticket. See, they're just puppets. They're not actually... It's the aliens we should blame. And if the aliens and demons are behind things, well, then all we can do is believe in Jesus. All of this shit. Total distraction. This is interesting. Trump's interviewed, I guess he just endorsed Jake Paul also for political office, but they just did an interview. It just came out. And he asked him about reincarnation, which is interesting because rabbis have been saying that he is the reincarnation of Esau or Cyrus or King David or all types of people.
But I always ask people this question. I think it's super interesting. If you could come back in history and reincarnate and be able to experience someone else's life, who would you come back in history as?
That's a very interesting question. Maybe Donald Trump right now. I think Donald Trump right now. My life is very exciting. Yeah. I have to be honest.
I mean, I kind of get that. If it was anybody else, maybe not as much. They'd want to be somebody else, but he's so arrogant and narcissist and loves himself so much.
Other lives, I think my life is maybe more exciting. I don't know. Look, I don't know if I'm going to heaven though. I might not make it to heaven. You think I'm going to heaven? A great time. I started off with the phrase, make America great again. Our country was in trouble. We were doing badly. 2015, we had the open border, nothing like it was under Biden, but it was bad. A lot of people coming in, bad people from jails, from mental institutions, gang members, murderers. We had 11,888 murderers come into our country. Got them out. We're getting most of them out. We're trying to get all of them out. They should have never been allowed in. But we had a bad border when I first came in. I won on the border twice. I won the first time and other things, and business and other things. But I won the first time on the border, fixed it almost immediately, built almost 1,000 miles of wall. Then the second time, I say the border is back. I'm going to win on the border a second time. But the second time, because we had a great border the first, after I got it going. And then the second time, now we've had nobody come into our country in the last 9 months. I mean, literally nobody.
All right. Jack Stone. Nice work, Jack Stone. Look at this, guys. I mean, they're obsessively saying 47 over and over again, so it's only automatic. You say, well, what's the gematria of that? Well, Jack Stone, this is why Trump is misspelled. This is why Trump is talking about Iran 47 years and the 47th president. Everybody's going to steal this, dude. Watch. Everybody's going to steal this. Nobody's going to retweet. They're going to steal it. Hold on. Got to do my K. Fix it. 47 in Hebrew gematria is associated with the word batul, translating to nullification, like the nullification of Esau and Jacob, of Esau and Ishmael, Christianity and Islam, nullification of the klipa, the shattered vessels, the shattered shards of the vessels in Kabbalah. The nullification of the other side, the Sitra Achra, the darkness of Esau and Amalek, is usually referring to the nullifications of the 70 nations. Crazy. I got to send this to Adam King. Crazy. Where's the Twilight Zone music? Because that is some serious shit. Also, October 7th happened on Sukkot, which represents the sacrifices of the bulls and 70 nations in Gog and Magog war.
Odysee sent $5 the shattered shards.
Shards, yeah. Shards. The shell, the husk, the peel, the klipa. Getting nullified. Haman and Purim, remembering to destroy Purim, getting destroyed and nullified. Hey, how did you figure that out, Jack? You just Googled it? I bet you were going to find all the rabbis saying this shit too. Greenblatt says, don't blame the Jews for what Israel's doing in the Middle East.
Of the planet. So look, we are seeing Jewish people, the Jewish state, blamed for the war in the Middle East. That is wrong. It is wrong to scapegoat. It is.
Oh my gosh. If we can't blame them for this war, I guess we can't blame them for anything. Scapegoating. Come on. Dude, they will milk the scapegoat motif forever. So who are we going to blame? America? It's America's fault?
That is wrong. It is wrong to scapegoat. It is wrong to hold Jewish people accountable for something you don't like on the other side of the planet. And we really need leaders on all sides, in politics, running for office, podcasters, to stop with the conspiracies.
Harold.
Yo, thank you, Harold.
Hard work. Check out Amon Amarth's song God, His Son and Holy, blocked by Powerchat rules. Apollo shines upon you.
Okay, I'll look that up and we'll go out to that today. All right, looks like we got the goal almost already. Let's go.
Very nice.
Very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all. Come again.
Thank you. All right. Now we can have fun the rest of this stream. I don't have to have anxiety.
Stop with the accusations and then tell us, but we oppose anti-Semitism. You don't get to say you're opposed to hate if you're trafficking in hateful conspiracy theories. Everyone needs to dial.
Just a conspiracy theory. Israel has nothing to do with the war with Iran. Don't listen to all your politicians saying Israel was going to attack, so then Iran was going to reciprocate, and then so we had to attack them first. Don't mention that Netanyahu's been bragging that they're going to be a global empire and that they're destroying Amalek and that he's wanted this for 40 years and that it fulfills their Gog and Magog prophecies. Don't listen to any of that. Stop scapegoating. Stop the conspiracy theories. Oh, cortisol.
Down the rhetoric, to take a step back and to start doing something to stop this epidemic before it gets even worse.
This epidemic,
so look, we are
this virus, this viral mind disease of people noticing. Dude, that is just crazy. What gaslighting?
Is extremely close, and Iran. The deadline for attaining this goal is getting extremely close. And Iran, by the way, is also outpacing Iraq in the development of ballistic missile systems that they hope will reach the eastern seaboard of the United States within 15 years. By next spring, at most, by next summer, at current enrichment rates, they will have finished the medium enrichment.
This is the type of music I like.
And move on to the final stage. From there, it's only a few months, possibly a few weeks, before they get enough enriched uranium for the first bomb. The foremost sponsor...
Is this Viking music?
...could be weeks away from having enough enriched uranium for an entire arsenal...
Shout out Harold! Harold, the Viking king. King Harald.
Weeks away from having the fifth...
King Harald.
...for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs.
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months, less than a year.
In politics, running
from CNN.
They can't wait for their Zionist friend Larry Ellison to take over. And at CNN, Larry Ellison and Barry Weiss, TikTok. Can't wait till Larry Ellison, the ultra-Zionist tech billionaire, takes over CNN and TikTok.
Reports that the Trump administration underestimated the Iran war's impact on the Strait of...
Oh, dude, this is gym workout music.
Patently ridiculous, of course. For decades, Iran has threatened shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. This is always what they do, hold the strait hostage. CNN doesn't think we thought of that. It's a fundamentally unserious report. The sooner David Ellison takes over that network, the better.
The sooner the Zionists are all running the media, the less we'll have to answer for. Okay, mask off.
Turn to duty. We've had...
No doubt. Yeah, right there, green jacket.
Mike Bress with the Washington Examiner. How many American casualties?
Dinsdale!
The American service members.
Look up and
Thank you, Dinsdale.
YouTube. A new kick-ass band. Good new music exists.
Dude, maybe I should just turn into a DJ. You guys are just going to pay me money to play your favorite songs? DJ Goy Shiok.
How many American casualties have there been, and where were the
Thank you, Dinsdale.
when they were injured?
I mean, it's a bunch of return to duty. So we've had the large majority have gone in for some medical treatment.
Here's the solo. Sounds like
we've had
Street Fighter 2.
Kuwait, Jordan, down across the southern flank a little bit, a variety of places, most from one-way attack strikes.
But I want to clarify that. I think what we've
And
tried to
Saudi
do here...
Arabia.
Whoa, this guy looks crazy.
Clarify those numbers rather than saying KIA or...
Wait a second. Is this...
Be more clear about that because the overwhelming majority, almost 90%, no doubt. Yeah, right there, green jacket.
Fox News is conditioning America for boots on the ground.
Full-on regime. The Israelis might have a different agenda. Full-on regime change. And they won't stop going down the kill chain until they find a guy they like. That
Kill chain.
Longer than President Trump has paid.
That sounds like a cool band name, right? The Kill Chain.
Find a guy they like. That could take a while longer than President Trump.
I used to love the rock band and Guitar Hero.
Got in Venezuela, but as long as Iran's completely disarmed.
Nice, Peasy, you got a good job. Awesome.
With missiles, drones, and nukes, the president will take the win. U.S. intelligence believe the Iranians squirreled away what's left.
Wait a second. What did he say about nukes?
Disarmed and can't threaten America.
Oh, threaten us with
missiles,
nukes.
Drones, and nukes. The president will take the win. U.S. intelligence believe the Iranians squirreled away what's left of their uranium into what's known as Pickaxe Mountain, a nearly impenetrable bunker buried deep in granite where evil scientists have been working around the clock, cobbling back together a program that was obliterated.
Goal. Goal. Dude, I need a sound effects that says goal. I think I meant to do that before.
During Operation Midnight Hammer. The bunker busters might not be able to do the trick. Reports say special forces might have to be inserted to physically shut it down on the ground.
Oh.
We also have Carg Island.
Guess we are going to need some boots on the ground.
Export terminal. Essentially the country's cash register. Carg's Iran's oil lifeline. If we seize it, it's over. That option remains on the table.
Ancestral memory with a surge of energy. Guardians of Asgard and Twilight of the Thunder God are also great songs from him.
That's good recommendations because I need to make a new intro video with some new songs.
If we seize it, it's over. That option remains on the table. Both sides waiting to see who blinks first. So far, the president says, in a way, we've already won.
If you think about it, we actually already won because Jesus defeated Satan on the cross. We may be losing, but he's on the throne in heaven, and he's going to come back down and save us, so we actually already won. Great mindset. $8,000 likes for Pastor Rich says, we're closer to the return of Christ than we've ever been. The world is on fire. Armageddon wars are developing. And these apocalyptic Abrahamic cultists are delighted to see the world burn because of the false promise that Jesus is going to return. That the Mahdi is going to return. That the Moshiach is coming. They're coming just thinking about it. They get off on the idea of the world going to shit for raptures and birth pangs and tribulations. No, I didn't talk about Jones on Timcast. I hadn't seen any clips yet. He was wasted. I heard InfoWars is shutting down for real this time. I'm seeing so many posts where it's like, Netanyahu's talking about the Messiah. Actually, you know that's not Jesus, right? You know that's the Antichrist. Christians are so complicit in this whole charade. This whole Dungeons and Dragons LARP of Antichrists and Messiahs and end times prophecies. Or they're just like, the Messiah already came. Actually, the Messiah already came, Netanyahu. You think he doesn't know that you believe the Messiah came? You think that that's going to stop them from anointing a king and ruling the world?
Rossi sent $20 on Rumble. Adam, the Jake Shield clips got me thinking. The Christians and Muslims have fighters in the UFC. It might be time for a pagan fighter to become a champ.
Yeah. Yeah. Good idea. Or just a champ to just embrace nature and reject Abrahamism. He'll win the fight and he'll go up there and be like, I did this for Thor. Thor gave me the power. That'd be cool. Yeah, dude, a Viking UFC fighter would go so hard. Dude, all these people are giddy and getting off and fantasizing about Jesus and the end times and their Messiah coming. They need the Antichrist. It's a LARP. You're not against the Antichrist in the third temple and the red heifer. You need that. There's no Jesus. There's no God's prophecies unfolding if you don't get your Antichrist. This charade, this ruse that you're against it, can you fight against God's plan? Are you going to destroy the Antichrist? Are you going to stop the Antichrist? Or can only Jesus do that? Without Odin, none of this would be possible. They're all lying, by the way. They're saying it's a mistranslation that Netanyahu said the return of the Messiah. He would not make that mistake. He said the coming of the Messiah. Maxed out Bear, thank you.
On Rumble. I'm in LA and meet Speak to many Jews and Persians regularly. Many are surprisingly based and aware of the BS in Iran/Israel, even the religious prophecy stuff being acted out. It's kinda refreshing.
The 3 Persians I know are agnostic and hate Islam and all the Abrahamic religions. And know it's a bunch of prophecy bullshit. So here's the new theory. Look at this, 16,000 likes. The Netanyahu death hoax. As if the AI videos and the coping about Khamenei martyring himself isn't bad enough. And the claims that Tel Aviv looks like Gaza. Now they're saying Netanyahu is dead, and the recent video of him bragging about announcing that Israel's going to be a global superpower and that their Messiah is about to come. Instead of focusing on that, they're like, oh, well, who cares because Jesus is the Messiah. That's doing nothing to stop it. That's just saying, nuh-uh, this guy's the Messiah. Nuh-uh, that's not the Messiah. That's the Antichrist. They're all instead spurging out and going schizo, claiming that it's AI because it's got 6 fingers. And they're all wrong. They're missing it. They're missing the point. See, it's not AI. Bibi is alive. He's just a Nephilim. He has 6 fingers, 6 toes, 6-inch teeth, giant blood, giant fallen angel Nephilim blood. That's what's actually going on. It's not AI. All the other videos we've always seen have been AI removing his extra digit. That's what's actually going on. That's the real red pill. Nephilim spotted. Nephilim confirmed. No, obviously, I'm just joking. Everybody's retarded. This is so stupid. You can see the motion blur of the Funny how everybody's sharing this. All the usual suspects, all the conspiratards, all the Christian kooks, all the clickbaiters, they're all running with this story. Netanyahu's dead. And then, of course, when he appears in another presentation or he comes and visits the White House again, they're going to be like, that's just CGI. That's just an actor in a mask. They'll cope forever like they did with Biden. You can clearly see the motion blur. I watched the video and zoomed in and just could tell right away what's going on. Look. They're trying to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers is what they're trying to claim.
Brilliant sent $5 on Rumble. Glad I could catch you live. Keep going strong, Adam.
We did more than a stream every day this week because we did 2 on Monday or Tuesday, I think it was. So this is either a little bit of a motion blur that makes it look like he has an extra little pinky right here, or it's just the crease of his hand. Hold on, let's do it like this. The crease of his hand, the fatty part right here, folding up and looking like a finger. But I think it's the motion blur. Right before they took the screenshot, it jolted his hand. He moved his hand a little bit. But look at this. 12,000 likes for the 6 fingers cope.
שמשנים את מאזן הכוחות במזרח התיכון וגם מעבר לו.
See how he went? They paused it right when he did that. Look, you can see the hand right before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then watch this. When you skip a frame, shit. See? See how the fingers are blurred? See all the blur? The blur makes it look like there's an extra little pinky there. And he went like this, boom, and then they freeze it. This is so stupid. This is the most popular viral conspiracy of the day, and it's just more retardation from these guys every time. And you're all going to look like a bunch of clowns, completely unserious. The conspiracy that this is 6 fingers and it's AI and he's really dead and they're covering it up.
Optics Prime sent $5 on Rumble. He loses a half his teeth in another frame 36 to 37.
Dude, he's talking low quality recordings, talking motion blur. That's what it is. Give me a break. That's all that's going on. And anybody trying to say, no, Adam's covering up, he's really dead, you're all going to look fucking retarded in a few days when he's out and everything is normal with him, okay? Here's the teeth one. Look, 7,000 likes for the teeth cope. Oh, the music, the typical music from the biggest clickbaiter on Twitter, by the way. He always goes, "What? Look closely. What do you notice? Pay attention. Do you see it? What do you notice?" With eerie conspiracy music. Oh, his lip covered his mouth a little bit. Wow. Oh my God. Oh, he's shape-shifting into a lizard. I hate this kooky shit. Like the song, though. This fucking retarded. And they're all getting it wrong, too. They're all like, oh, it's the return of the Messiah. No.
Rochelle sent $5. Frame 187. He turns into the demon ghost of Leo Frank.
Yeah, totally. That, too. He says the days of the Messiah, not the return of the Messiah. It's a mistranslation, and everybody was sharing that and talking about that, and it's not true.
אתה נתקל כל הזמן באיומים חדשים או באיומים אז אני אגיד לך
משיח.
$15 play Jesus died by Burzum.
Jesus Todd Burzum. See, like these type of topics, like the focus should be, they want a Moshiach to rule the world and destroy Edom and help them win their Gog and Magog war. That should be the conspiracy. That should be the focus. Instead, they're just like, oh, no, Jesus is the Messiah, though. It like normalizes it, and it desensitizes people to the threat. Andrew Torba says, missed it by 2,000. We know you, the 10,000 likes. Oh, you think Jesus is the Messiah? We didn't know that. Oh, he only tells you Jesus is a Jew and to go to church and be a good Christian and be a Noahide. These Christians are so obnoxious. Nuh-uh, the Messiah already came. No, the Jewish king that rules the world already came, but he's coming back again and you're the Antichrist. $30,000 likes. Netanyahu is dead. I'm pretty sure I like this account too, that we follow each other.
I listened to you on the...
This is the other evidence that Netanyahu is dead. This politician gets up and takes a phone call from the president. They're like, sir, Bibi is fallen. The Bibi is fallen.
I listened to you on the...
The president wants you. Sorry, the president wants you right away.
Oh, okay. Okay. No problem at all.
Why would the president desperately need to talk to this finance guy if Netanyahu is dead, by the way? Doesn't even make sense. Tel Aviv was just nuked, 60,000 likes. Yeah, Tel Aviv is a burning rubble of ash. It's been turned to glass. It looks like Gaza. The media's covering it up. They don't want you to know. They're not letting any videos come out.
See you shortly, Mr. Secretary. You can work that in. Mr. Secretary, I have to say, it's a first, I'm sure a last as well, that an interviewee's been pulled away to go to the Situation Room. How was the president? Was he stressed?
No, the president is in great spirits. The Iranian mission is proceeding well ahead of schedule, and I have to tell you, Wilf, that I've a teenager who's considering military service.
Oh, wow, they're really trying to get everybody to go die. They really want you to go fight for Israel. Wow. Yeah, I'm sure your son is going to go over to Iran. I'm sure, dude.
Could give this team my highest compliment, from President Trump to the head of the Joint Chiefs to the Secretary of War. I would say that I would trust my child's life in their hands.
Okay, so we're supposed to believe this is proof that Netanyahu is dead because Trump called a situation room meeting and he had to get up and leave the interview for a minute? Couldn't be anything else. Couldn't just be a regular meeting. Bibi must be dead. I mean, it's not impossible that Bibi could be hit by a missile or a drone and die. I feel like they would just say it, though. They'd be like, he has been martyred. Look at what they did. We got to nuke him now. Hey, America, they killed a Jew, the Jewish leader. Go kill them all, right? That's what they would say. They wouldn't cover it up and pretend like he's still alive. But if he did die, I would say, there's your Moshiach ben Joseph. Maybe. Or at least they would say that. Because it's not real. It's just whatever bullshit people say it is. Here's the other evidence, supposedly. The person claims that a major attack took place at Netanyahu's home, and there's a fear he may have been killed due to collapsing debris. Being claimed that Israel and the U.S. are covering up this news, which is why it's being said that they will lose the war. 5.7 thousand likes.
Right now in one of the locations that was attacked, you can see just behind me Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who has visited this place. This is one of the locations where...
So Netanyahu's back there walking around touring the rubble. And they're sharing this, acting like he's dead?
A deadly attack took place. 9 people were killed, and there were, in fact, more than 25 who were injured out here. You could see Netanyahu, in fact, visiting this particular location out here. And this is the latest that we are picking up.
God, do people even watch the videos before they share them?
In fact, these are the visuals of the... Right now in one of the locations that was attacked, you can see...
Crazy. 5.7 thousand likes. Dude, everybody's sharing this. Like, can people not see? Is this supposed to be 6 fingers? Because it's clearly 1, 2, the ring finger, 3, the middle, index, and thumb. That's 5 fingers. Why is everybody sharing this clip as if it's 6 fingers when it's clearly 5? This is like the experiment where they have a room full of actors and one person that's the test subject, and they show like lines on a piece of paper and they go, which lines are the same size, and everybody else lies. And then the guy that goes, that's clearly different, goes along with the rest of the room. That's what's going on right now with these idiots thinking that this is 6 fingers when it's clearly 5. Just totally retarded. Look at this. RKM. I've never seen this account before. This is following me too. I've never seen this account in my life. Just in, Iran claims Netanyahu is not in office or at house after Iranian missile strikes during the 3rd of March. You mean the 13th of March? Latest video released by the Israeli government shows that it was AI generated. 19,000 likes, 1.3 million views. Dude, this is still... You could see the motion blur so clearly every time he moves. Look. I don't even know if it's the motion blur. It looks like it's just the wrinkle in the side of his palm. God, dude, I can't handle how retarded everything is. Netanyahu is dead. 3,000 likes. Let's see this kook.
The last night.
Who's believing this Moby-looking motherfucker? Iranian Moby. Demonic blur.
When Iran killed David Bernier, head of Mossad. So David had a meeting with Netanyahu. So I am asking myself this question, or any person can ask. If the David got murdered with ballistic missiles, so where is the Netanyahu? So the clear news.
Clearly dead. Oh my God. Keep dreaming, guys.
Today, the Israeli government showing a footage of Netanyahu having meeting. Or that footage, or AI footage, or there is a fake Netanyahu.
They're just getting wrecked. Their leader, 40 top leaders. Iranian Moby's funny, huh? I just came up with that when I saw him. Oh, clearly dead. Are any of these guys gonna like apologize or go, oops, I guess I'm an idiot, when it turns out that he's not dead? I doubt it. Just all they have is copes, lies, AI videos. Iranian Stu Peters, that's funny. 10 baby mamas. Look at this one. George Galloway, Russian agent George Galloway says, did this really happen? Why did Israel put out an AI speech by Netanyahu last night, in which the prime minister literally sported 6 fingers, literally? Where is he? Where is Ben-Gvir? And why is no Western news outlet asking these questions? Because you're schizo Russian agent disinfo slop, maybe? If Netanyahu is killed, they would just say Netanyahu's killed. That would rally everybody for more war and more destruction. They'd say, he's Moshiach ben Joseph. They'd mourn him. They'd use it to their advantage. They wouldn't cover it up. Here's the cope, though. Iran couldn't actually do this, but they can just make AI. It's the AI wars, apparently. Military airbase, Haifa, Israel. BB's getting on the plane.
$5 on Rumble. Nick's strategy of elite human capital being wrenches in the cog of the machine seems like a good idea. Just wish he would see the light on the final red pill.
It's a better idea than Esau maxing with low IQ, medieval peasant anti-Semitism mobs and chimp out pogroms. For sure. This is the Iranian fantasies. Oh, it just looks like a little harmless boat. This is such cope. Control room. Could be anywhere. It's not imaginary. It's necessary. Except it is imaginary. Except it is. AI for justice. This is like the Christian cope. Yeah, we lose in this world, but then we win in heaven. We may be losing in reality, but when you lose, you win. When Khamenei was killed, it was actually a victory. The West sealed their fate, rallying all the Muslims together. Can you believe that? It's not imaginary like they're fantasy AI videos. This is as real as the Bible and the Quran, right? It's kind of just sad. Also, it's like Melissa Wong. Oh my gosh. We follow each other too. Everybody's so retarded, dude. Watch. Mark my words. He's not going to be dead. Moby sucks. That's true. When you run out of rockets, deploy the anime. All Iran can do is fight back with AI propaganda, with AI cope. Okay, here's the AI. This is how they imagine it in their minds when Khamenei was killed. This is winning, actually. This isn't losing. Talk about posting your L's, too, by the way. Posting your L's. Scott Ritter, it's Nico. They're like, this, ha, ha, ha. You think you got Iran? You wait and see. Yep, he's got you. You fell right into his trap. Oh, you're in trouble now. Yeah, he sacrificed himself. He was a sitting duck waiting for you to take him out. That's the 4D chess. Him and had his granddaughter right there with him. A martyr, the martyrdom of the granddaughter also. Iranians posting L's. That's what winning looks like. That's what winning looks like. When you lose, you win. Yeah, actually, you lose when you kill your enemies, actually. When you die, you actually win. Dude, that's what Tel Aviv looks like now because they did this.
How many is dead?
He lives. His son picks it up and then he gets bombed too. He walks again. The 12th Imam. Oh, ready for vengeance. Sneeko watches this on repeat. It must go so hard if you're a Sneeko follower.
Khamenei is back.
He's back. Uh-oh, sweating bullets. Attack. Open the manholes. Armageddon. Isn't it beautiful? Praise Allah. Hamdallah. It's over. No. Wow. Yeah, Amalek. Meanwhile, Jews are like, look, our God is real because Kamani is basically humming. Yeah, dude. 20,000 likes. Oh, what's this one? Jake Lang, half Jewish Christian crusader.
I know you're.
I'm not using it as a pejorative insult too. He literally, that's his title, is Christian Crusader. Meanwhile, he's been photographed at the wall, kissing the wall in Israel, and is half Jewish. Here's your Christ Crusader, goy. Jacob Lang with Loomer.
One of our famous right-wing conservative who's now telling people to vote for Democrat, little gay Mexican guy. Tell him he's a Fed because he was there at the Capitol urging people to disregard the police, knock down the barriers, and go inside, and he never spent a second in jail. So call those little guys, those little shrimpy guys, Feds. The real American men stood for our country, went to prison, and now we're out back on the streets. And many of the crusaders that are
Emperor
with
Odin sent $20 on Rumble. Compared to the last few years including COVID, serious events are getting closer. All it takes is studying the fake Jewish prophecy script and its gematria.
Pretty much. All I got to do is just be a little bit intelligent and look into it a little bit, and it all becomes very, very clear. All the pieces fall into place.
went to prison, and now we're out back on the streets. And many of the crusaders that are with me are
Crusaders
who fought for this country, suffered.
Kosher Crusaders, the January Sixers who fought for MAGA Trump, for Zion Dawn, the real patriot Crusaders.
Country and are continuing to lay down their life for this country. So it's stupid. It's just another psyop. Don't believe the psyops. They're coming in for Qatar. They're retarded. We're Americans. I'm a Christian. I'm fighting for you and your grandchildren's grandchildren.
It is true. All these little Groyper types, they do seem to be funded by Islamists. It's kind of interesting. As you know, I'm Jewish. I'm not very religious. I know you're religious and you're a Christian. It's really interesting. I think that we can find a lot of commonality, Jews and Christians, but there seems to be like this disaffected group of young men who are trying to hijack Catholicism and Christianity, and they're really trying to ruin it. I know a lot of really amazing Catholics and great Christians.
True. Laura Loomer. Sorry. Laura Loomer's right. All these antichrist, heretical, pagan e-crusaders on the internet are corrupting the true Catholic message, the true kosher Christianity.
I mean, look, I've gone to church with friends before.
Mogged.
I mean, like my best friends growing up were all Christians, right? So
Laura,
I've never had any animosity.
I'm inviting you to church. Now you got to take me up on that.
I will go to
I'm
church.
your friend, and now I've invited you.
I've never had this I've never had this animosity for Christian people,
So kosher.
Catholic people, and it's strange how we see these people online, like the Fuentes types, that like to say, "Oh, like the Jews are the biggest enemies, or the evangelical Christians that stand with Israel are the biggest enemies." And yet, you're right. They simp for Qatar, they simp for Muslims, and they simp for Islam. And I don't see any of these people speaking out about the fact. I really honestly don't see any of the Groypers speaking out about the fact that a Muslim tried to murder a white Christian man on the streets of New York City, and other
None
fellow
of them
Christians.
will touch it.
They don't want to touch Islam, which is, in my opinion, is just further evidence that they're all funded by Muslim countries. Because I personally think that these people are all funded by Qatar and Russia and Iran, and we know that Russia is very tolerant of Islam. So,
well, half of these so-called right-wing influencers are actually Muslim, like Myron Gaines and Sneeko and stuff. So they've got all these poor, stupid white kids that are on SSRIs and they're addicted to TikTok scrolling, believing they're garbage. But I say that because we have been
owned.
Given unequivocal, real deal.
Hey, all your JQ influencers are a bunch of foreign Muslims. How cool is that? Ishmael maxing Muslims.
Talk to the American people here. We have been psyop into blaming everything on the Jews. That's ridiculous. But on that same hand, I will be the first one to call out this liberal, woke Jewish mafia that controls Hollywood and is brainwashing the white women to all fall in love with black men. And they're poisoning, and they're not real Jews, because real Orthodox Jews, obviously, the commandments in the Bible is to stone gay people.
Yeah, maybe the Orthodox Jews don't promote that stuff, but they promote other things. I love this. It's the liberal Jews bad, Hollywood Jews bad, Orthodox religious Jews good. Not cutting it, bro. Not cutting it.
Because real Orthodox Jews, obviously, the commandments in the Bible is to stone gay people. I mean, obviously, Orthodox Jews aren't stoning gay people, but they don't allow that in their families or their societies or their culture. So we have these false Jews that Jesus warned us about.
False Jews, the synagogue of Satan that Jesus warned us about. They're still Jews, too, just because they're secular Jews and do, mixed racial stuff in Hollywood doesn't mean they're not Jews. They still are. Not real Jews. They're not real Jews. Hey, dude, how kosher is the synagogue of Satan, not real Jews line go? Well, Jake Lang and Laura Loomer are doing it. That's how based it is.
Are in control of the banking in different places, but they're not the average Jew, patriotic, great Americans that built this country. The Ashkenazi Jew, Jack Hughes, that scored the game-winning or the gold medal in the hockey game.
Oh, my God.
For the Olympics. We have amazing.
Dude, the guy's a total assimilated, doesn't even look Jewish at all. Neither does his Jewish mom. I love how when it's like Jeffrey Epstein does something, he's not a real Jew. Oh, all these Hollywood Jews, they're not real Jews. But then the hockey player, whenever a Jew does something good, they're always a Jew, and they will never let you hear the end of it, how it's a Jewish guy that did this. You should be grateful. You should admire them. But when a Jew does something he doesn't like, not real Jews. The no true Goldberg fallacy. Classic no true Goldberg fallacy.
Patriotic white Jews, which my mother is one of them.
White Jews.
Exemplify everything it means to be an American, and they're completely integrated and assimilated to the American way.
Burger Kings with the Arab money, hamdallah. Oil prices up. Yeah, share some of that oil profits with me, bro. My Arab bro, Burger Kings. Some Dubai chocolate. Is that a real thing? Dubai chocolate?
Life, and they flush perfectly because naturally Jews and Christians, Jewish people and Christians have become a continuation. Jesus is the fulfillment of the Jewish religion, moving us into the grace of God, not the curse of the law. But I digress. We are natural allies because every Christian was once a Jew in their bloodline far back that was an original, one of the first disciples of Jesus, and all of the first thousands of converts that the
Inside every Christian is a Jew. So true, Jake.
disciples made. All of the first, let's say 100,000 Christians were all once Jews like me. I was born a Christian as well. I always practiced Catholicism. I was, grew up in the Catholic Church, but everybody has a background in the Christian faith of Judaism. So there's no reason.
Don't worry, guys. He's a Catholic. He's a cradle Catholic. We can trust him. He's one of us.
We should be psyoped into just everything.
Everything's a psyop but the Jewish religion that worships the Jewish God. Everything's a psyop but that.
I stand up and say white people are being replaced.
So your mother's Jewish, but you were raised. You said you were raised in the Catholic Church, but your mother's Jewish?
My mother is Jewish. Yes, I was raised Catholic. My father's a Catholic. I was raised Catholic. And I have some, small, I celebrated Hanukkah, growing up, but I was never in the temple or learning the Jewish faith, but just some cultural, heritage style celebrations once a year. And those things are beautiful. They're beautiful.
Just, a little birthright trips every now and then to the wall in Israel to go kiss the wall. No big deal, Goy. Don't worry about it. He's a Catholic. Don't fall for the psyops, Goy. Just be Catholic Christ Crusaders and natural allies with the based white Jews. Christian Crusader. Holy fucking psyop. Holy fucking Goyslop.
Conservative who's now.
Wow. I turned the power chat off because I had to turn the volume up way high for that. We'll get it back on here. Secret agent. The based white Jews are going to save America and Europe. Yeah, the Jewish Messiah, Jesus, is going to lead us to victory. Ted Cruz now calling out Joel Webbin. Oh, Burger King's. There it is.
Spent $5 on Rumble. Here's your daily Arab money. Oil price up way high. Alhamdulillah. Get you some Dubai chocolate.
Look, this post. Oh, namesake. Thank you.
$5 on Rumble. This guy glows like a menorah on the 8th day. Any unassuming patriot guy who accompanies this guy to do his publicly stunt will be a sitting duck.
Yeah. And all they're trying to do is agitate everybody against a class against Ishmael. Christians and Muslims clashing. We know who benefits from that. So, see through it all's video, 368,000 views, getting mirrored everywhere by this account, 700,000 views, 2,000 likes, and then Ted Cruz now shared it. So, Jake, you want your answer?
About the, on the new right, there are Christians in Europe, because I looked at some symbols on against that.
Not Jewish. A lot of white people. I've talked to some of these guys. I'm trying to tell them, like, bro, you're not going the right approach. Just say he's not Jewish. Like, right. Son of God. How is the Son of God a Jew? This is like, I don't think the Bible ever says Mary's Jewish, does it?
He's never opened the Bible, and he's telling me to just lie, never admit Jesus is Jewish. That'll work out great. And now you see why you can't just deny the Bible and deny reality, because you lose the debate and you get called out by all of the Christian internet and all of the pagan internet. Are you starting to get it now, Jake? We can't just pretend and lie to ourselves that Jesus isn't Jewish when it's blatantly Jewish. Now you got every Christian and their mom coming out of the woodwork to correct you and call you not real Christians. Jake stabbed me in the back for shekels? Yeah, obviously. Now Ted Cruz is calling you brain rot. You guys aren't winning in any debates with any any Christians about Jesus not being Jewish. It's not going to happen. You're just going to get dunked on. You're going to play the villain, and you're going to be the laughingstock. And you're just keeping everybody locked into the Judeo paradigm. Ted Cruz calls him out. Amalek writes, trying to smuggle identitarian politics or deny that Jewishness is central to Jesus is a failed strategy that should not be tolerated. Hundreds of replies for the last few days. I've seen so many Christians laughing and exposing and calling out Joel Webbin. And then his cope was, Jesus is a true Israelite and not an Ashkenazi Talmudic. It's anachronistic. There were no Ashkenazi Talmud believers at the time of Jesus. Christian after Christian calling you guys out. This is why it's not going to work, because it's a lie. What's wrong with just lying to ourselves?
How there's a bit.
RT's pushing the lie that saying Christ is king is anti-Semitic. He literally says Christ is king, but it's clear and it's obvious that people are using it as a bludgeon to antagonize Jews. They even do it to us. They go, Christ is king. I love how, look, George Galloway, the Russian agent also, my king is Jesus of Nazareth. So Senator, you can go fuck yourself. Christ is king. 42,000 likes. This is winning, is saying Moshiach is king, apparently. Also, it's so stupid. All these internet e-crusaders, they want to say, Jesus is anti-Jewish. There's nothing more anti-Jewish than Jesus, and Jesus hates the Jews, and the Jews hate Jesus. But then they go, well, when you say Christ is king, you're being anti-Semitic. It's an anti-Semitic dog whistle. And they go, oh, no, it's not. How dare you say that? How could you say that? Meanwhile, they speak out of the other side of their mouth, and they go, Jesus is the original anti-Semite. There's nothing more anti-Semitic than the New Testament in Christianity. They try to brag. And then if somebody says, hey, you're being anti-Semitic with that, they pearl clutch and go, no, why? What are you, crazy? What are you talking about? This must go real hard. No, the Messiah is my king. Goes real hard if you're a Jew slave. Carrie Bowler. Christ is king. You don't get to tell me. I love how it's like just obnoxious, annoying idiots running around yelling at everybody that some invisible magical superhero is sitting on a throne in heaven, and that's the invisible imaginary king of the world. They're all doing it. They're all running with this line. They're all denying the reality that clearly people do use it to be anti-Jewish. To stop. I mean, nobody believes you. Everybody knows that you do this. See what Ms. Rachi said to Tucker Carlson. Another viral video, 500,000 views from See Through It All. See Through It All does better engagement than I do, and my channel's 4 times as big. It's okay. He's my conduit.
And say that the Chabad movement, we are praying.
Ms. Rachi responding to Tucker.
We are praying.
Oh, Thunderstorm, thank you.
Thunderstorm 9 sent $5 on Rumble. Imagine believing someone dressed like wizard can splash water on someone and they are no longer Jewish.
Just as crazy as saying a man can give birth.
Pagan
a virgin can give birth. I guess a man can too.
Truly incredible.
Thank you.
Buying a bunch to put in the little outdoor libraries around the neighborhood. Bulk discount? Hashtag Thos are back in town.
Goys are back in town. Yes, we are going to do a bulk discount.
Burger
Funny you say that.
Sent $5 on Rumble. Grammatically speaking, can even a Jew say Christ is king if Christ means Messiah and it's not a name like Jesus? Christ is king, das right.
Yeah, all the first people to say Jesus was the king of the Jews were all Jews. So yes, Jews can say it. Yeah, we are going to do, from my website, I'm going to do a bulk discount, maybe like 3 books, a 3-book package or a 5-book package, and you'll get a huge discount. So you can hand them out to friends or donate them to your library or whatever you want to do with them. But yes, I am going to do that. Bulk deals on the books from my website, signed books.
We are praying to rebuild our house, the house of God, for 2,000 years. To come and say that the Chabad movement, like he said, Chabad movement, silently preparing the preparation and to build the third temple, because he heard the Lubavitcher Rebbe 50 or 40 years ago saying that we have a dream to go back to build the temple. That's a propaganda, that's a conspiracy theory. Why? Because, like I said, we cannot build a temple. We don't have the ability, we don't have permission. We will only do it when the Messiah comes. But when the Messiah comes, none of these radical Muslim Nazi murderers will be left in the world anyway. There will be not one anti-Semite left in the world. They will not have what to worry about if we will build the third temple. They won't be around anyway.
Where are all the anti-Semites going to be, Rabbi? He's like, don't worry about the temple. You'll all be dead. You'll never see the temple. Anybody that opposes the temple will be killed and destroyed in Gog and Magog. 12-minute war, plagues, famines, infertility.
They will enjoy the place as long as they are here. But when God will send the Messiah to purify the world, as it's written in all the prophets, not one wicked Jew and not one wicked Gentile will be left in the world. People that promote propaganda against the children of God, even though it's written in Christianity that the Jews are the chosen people, they know that God said to the Jews he will never replace them with any other nation, although he will punish them for committing sins, which he have done many, many times. Still, he can never go against what he swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and he will never replace their children with any other nation. The Jews were the chosen people, and they will remain the chosen people until the end of days. Anyone who promotes any war against the Jews, stealing their land, making them look like all kinds of evil people, making all this anti-Semitism spread on social media, are future to be judged severely and be punished endlessly for what they are doing. He thinks, this Tucker, that he's doing a favor to his followers. When they will find out what he's cooking for them, when Hashem will decide to give every one of these people what they deserve, the person they will hate the most will be him. And any other one of his followers who promote anti-Semitism online.
Uh-oh, well, you guys heard that. You promote anti-Semitism online, no share in the world to come for you. Oh, yeah, dude, okay, this is cool. I just saw somebody share. So it is the second theory. It's not a finger, it's just the roll, the crease in the side of his hand. Makes it look like a finger.
Sent $5. Why shouldn't we clash against Islam? Muslims need to go. We must ban halal slaughter like Rupert Lowe is pushing in Britain.
We should not let Islam take over the West. But I'm saying this guy going out with Christian crosses, going fighting, saying, you will bow, Christ is king, to the Muslims. That's the religious holy war that they're pushing. Babylon B says, Jew converts to Christianity after internet commenter says, quote, Christ is king, you filthy money-grubbing Jew. Yeah, Christians are supposed to, like, Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. They're supposed to try to provoke the Jews to jealousy and show them their love and passion for the Bible and God and make the Jews envious so that they want to follow Jesus. Instead, these internet crusaders act the most unchristian more than anybody imaginable.
As king, to make it sound like somehow there's a biblical basis for it.
Every day it's fighting over the Messiah. You know we lost when central to the discourse is always fighting over who the Jewish Messiah is. It's like the game is over before you even took the field. You already lost, if that's what you're fighting over.
Attacking Jews. Look, Jesus was a Jew. And by the way, the twisted theology that says Jews are Christ killers, and that's been used to justify anti-Semitism, to justify persecution and murder. Look, as I read the Gospels, Jesus went to the cross willingly. He made the choice to go to the cross, and it was not the Jews who killed Jesus. It was me. It was you. Look, Jesus died.
What are you laughing about? That's what Christianity teaches. It's God's plan. He sent his son to die. When the disciples told Jesus, no, don't die, he goes, get behind me, Satan. No, put down your sword. They must take me. The prophecy must be fulfilled in the garden. It's God's plan. It had to happen. You wouldn't be saved without it. You wouldn't have your magic blood. You wouldn't have your scapegoat atonement. You wouldn't be washed of your sins. It's God's divine mystery. Without their transgression, you would not have your salvation, like Paul says. Ted Cruz is accurately depicting the Christian perspective on the death of Jesus and Jews, not you, shipwreck, or whatever this lady is.
For our sin.
That Jesus died for our sins was the biggest piece of propaganda that ever came out of our churches. Ever.
What?
Because yes, that was the prophecy that Jesus would die on the cross, okay? But
we're going to be mad at the people that put him up there as if they had a choice because it had to happen. See, I can't handle how retarded all this is. All the opposition to Jews is mental illness.
I didn't kill him. That guy didn't kill him, okay? The religious leaders of the Jewish sect killed him. They manipulated the Romans to kill him. The Romans didn't even want to kill him. Pontius Pilate did not want to kill him. It was the Jewish religious leaders that got the people all fired up to kill Jesus. Yeah, Jesus was a Jew until they killed him. If you were to...
No! If you're a Jew and you get killed, it doesn't mean you're not a Jew anymore. I'm white. If I get killed, does that mean I'm suddenly Chinese or something? What is this retardation? We're so cooked. Once a Jew dies, they don't become Jewish anymore.
Not want to kill him. It was the Jewish religious leaders that got the people all fired up to kill Jesus. Yeah, Jesus was...
Yeah, and Ted Cruz would not deny that. What he's saying is blaming all Jewish people today that they're cursed for generations, a blood curse that's inherited to their children, is anti-Jewish. Are you going to say it's pro-Jewish to blame all Jews today, 2,000 years ago, for what a handful... And this is all myth, by the way. Obviously Jewish fairy tale myth.
Was a Jew until they killed him. If he were to come back today, he'd be a Christian, probably. People argue that he...
Probably. He's coming back as the Lion of the tribe of Judah to smite the nations.
Was Hebrew. He wasn't even a Jew. He just practiced the Jewish religious stuff. I don't know enough.
Whoa. High IQ logic there. He wasn't a Jew. He just did all the Jewish stuff. He was a Hebrew. The New Testament doesn't call him a Hebrew, dear. It calls him a Jew. The same Greek word for Jew that is used when it says salvation is of the Jews killed Jesus, the Jews are the synagogue of Satan, all the same Greek word. If Jesus isn't Jewish, then the Jews didn't kill Jesus. Wow. I hadn't even watched this yet. I just figured it was going to be shit.
Even a Jew, he just practiced the Jewish religious stuff. I don't know enough about that to really...
He wasn't... Oh, yeah, you don't know enough about that. I could tell. He wasn't a Jew. He just did everything Jewish and is the Jewish Messiah and read the Jewish books and did the Jewish holidays and chopped off his ween on the Jewish 8th day. Celebrated all the Jewish holidays. and was called Jew and rabbi, but I mean, he died, so he's not a Jew anymore, right, guys? Go into any church in the world and try to pull this shit and see how fast you get laughed and thrown out of there.
Argue that he was Hebrew. He wasn't even a Jew. He just practiced the Jewish religious stuff. I don't know enough about that to really comment on it a lot. Are you really now going to come out here on God's green internet?
But here you are commenting. Wow.
2026, and you're going to tell the people that saying Christ is king is anti-Semitic. It's used to try and hurt the Jews. The Jews don't even believe in Christ. So why are they getting so wind up about it? Why do they even care if we say Christ is king? Or in what context? Back to last time.
That's the whole point. They don't even believe in Christ, so why is Christ is king mean to them? Are we gaslighting and pretending like it isn't used all the time to antagonize Jews? Please, please. Do you think we're stupid? So you say all the time, oh, Jesus called you the synagogue of Satan, and you killed Jesus, and you hate Jesus, and Jesus hates you. But when we say Christ is king to Jews, we're not saying it to be mean, to incite them. God, these people are such liars. It's crazy.
They got a book out there that's written in a language that none of us Goyams are able to read that says that Jesus Christ is in hell burning in his own excrement. You know, somebody from Badlands who does Badlands clips reached out to me this morning. She was clipping my show, and she reached out to ask if I was okay. Said during the show I sounded kind of burnt out.
In the same verse where it talks about Jesus being a Jewish sinner that wished for the well-being of the Jews, and that passage she just talked about, they call Jesus Jewish. They call him a Jewish sinner.
Out and wound down and just.
Yeah, there's no goyams. Goyim is already plural too. Us goyams can't read it. Does this woman believe in Bigfoot tacos too? Is that what's going on here?
Disappointed and disheartened, and she was right, and I feel like the answer's a little more nuanced than, no, I'm fine, it's fine, it's just social media, it's just politics. It's not. I am wildly disappointed and sad and angry. Maybe I do feel a little too much emotionally when it comes to these subjects, and maybe this isn't something I should have ever gotten into. I didn't want to wear a fucking mask, and I thought that was retarded, and you know what? I still do. I'm so sick and tired of paying taxes. My husband got a decent bonus this year because he worked really hard all year. Deserve this.
Oh my God. Hold on.
And it's not fun. Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. Worthless, shameless, arrogant, narcissistic piece of shit. Talks of midterms are coming around again. People are getting
Hold on. What are we talking about? Is there any more Jesus talk?
I know. The swearing, the F. Yeah, but Jesus called them all a brood of vipers, which in those days probably would have been a well-placed F-bomb. So watch your mouth.
I never want to see her face again. Ryan Matta's video on Netanyahu and the Messiah. Let's see if he gets anything right in this.
Right. So if you haven't realized how the big picture works, right? There's Judaism, there's Christianity, and there's Islam. Well, in the Jewish scripture, if you will, it specifically tells them if Muslims and Christians ever unite, it would be the demise of Judaism. Now, Judaism, they worship Satan. They believe that Satan is their Messiah. They don't know who he is, but they believe that their Messiah.
They believe Satan is their Messiah. Dude, that sounds like something you'd say if you've never, ever listened to any rabbi lecture before in your life. They say the Messiah comes to conquer Satan, to defeat Satan. Satan is the bad guy and the adversary in their religion. They don't worship Satan. They worship Yahweh, you total retard. Actually, Jews worship Satan, so you need Satan, you need the temple, you need the Antichrist so that Jesus comes and saves the day. They're not even actually against it. It's a charade. It's like a pantomime. They're pantomiming, they're LARPing along, playing Dungeons and Dragons, arguing about messiahs and Antichrist with these Jews. And we're going to lose because of it. Already with they worship Satan cope.
Of Judaism. Now, Judaism, they worship Satan. They believe that Satan is their Messiah. They don't know who he is, but they believe that their Messiah is going to come back reincarnated in one of them. So every time a Jewish rabbi dies, right? That's why we've seen the tunnels under the...
Jewish rabbi. Okay, what? This sounds interesting. What happens with the Jewish rabbis in the tunnels?
A Jewish rabbi dies, right? That's why we've seen the tunnels under the Chabad Lubavitch building, because they would take the rabbi down there and they would perform some type of Jewish ritual. And then maybe that Messiah will come back to life. They don't know yet. They don't even know if he's came back yet. But
What the fuck is he talking about? I've never even heard anybody say that before. They take dead rabbis down into the tunnel and do sacrifices on the dirty mattress. I thought it was kids being raped on the mattress. Now you're telling me it's rabbi resurrection reincarnation rituals? What the fuck is he talking about? You think if they're doing some super special holy ritual with the Rebbe to try to Gilgal to resurrect his soul, to reincarnate his soul? Oh, that was the satire podcast? Oh, that's what he said. Oh my God, that's what he's falling for. That joke satire Jew on the podcast, that's what he's getting it for. You're right. Good one.
they assume that when he does come back, he's going to kill everybody on the planet, and he's only going to bring back the righteous Jews. Now, in order for their...
That's also not what they believe. They believe that there's going to be righteous Gentiles that defend the Jews. It's only the anti-Semites and the Amalek that are destroyed in the world to come.
Messiah to come back.
So what, is he wrong about 4 things already?
The Western civilization must fail, meaning they must destroy America, destroy the West, in order to bring back their Messiah. Now,
okay, he got that right. Anti-Edom stuff. At least he got that right. We're 1 minute in, and he's 1 for 4, 1 for 5.
Once their Messiah comes back, he kills everybody. He's only going to bring back the righteous Jews. Well, who are the righteous Jews? Well, the more that you defile Christ and Christianity, the more that you are basically considered righteous in the eyes of their Lord and Savior.
Wrong. What the fuck are you talking about? What did he say? The more you hate Jesus, the more righteous a Jew you are?
Christ and Christianity, the more that you are basically considered righteous in the eyes of their Lord and Savior, the fallen archangel.
To be accurate, I would say, like, rejecting idolatry in the Trinity and continuing to follow the commandments makes you a Jew. So I guess we'll have to go to the judges on that one, but that one's, say, half true.
Well, the more that you defile Christ and Christianity, the more that you are basically considered righteous in the eyes of their Lord and Savior.
It's so stupid. Is that why Dennis Prager and Ben Shapiro and Shabbos Kestenbaum and Netanyahu are always glazing Jesus and promoting Christianity? Is that why? I love how we've got hours of rabbis saying what they actually think about Jesus. And it's not that.
$5, we could get rid of a lot of Jews, religious ones anyway, by banning kosher slaughter as well as halal. They are the same thing and completely inhumane.
Wasn't it like Iceland or one of the Nordic countries tried to ban circumcision and kosher slaughter? I think we should. They're both inhumane, genital mutilation. I think they should both be banned.
An archangel, if you will. So that's where we're going to basically considered righteous in the eyes of their Lord and Savior, the fallen archangel, if you will. So that's
the fallen archangel is their Messiah. Okay, dude, they don't think that at all. You're just pulling shit out of your ass.
And that's why you'll hear people like Netanyahu talking about, well, the Messiah is not going to come back this Thursday. What do you mean not going to come back? So they're talking. That's why it's in Hebrew and not English. When he speaks in Hebrew, it's for his own people. He doesn't want the English world to actually hear and understand what he's saying. But thanks for AI and this translation, we can actually hear it now. So
yeah, no duh.
About their Messiah, and you see people like Sneeko talking about, they have these Messiah trucks where you go into these trucks parked all around New York City, and you're basically praying and you're performing these satanic rituals, ushering in, trying to bring back the Messiah, because when the Messiah comes back, we all...
Dude, there's nothing. It's nothing worshiping Satan when they want their Messiah. You Christians and you guys think that their Messiah is the Antichrist. Jews don't believe that their Messiah is the Antichrist. Satanic ritual trucks. Go ask anybody driving one of those trucks what they think about Satan. Ask if they're worshiping Satan. They don't. They'll tell you they don't. You've got no proof that they do. This is the idiot that shared that fake Rabbi Finkelstein video, the interview with the Christian identity guy. And then they'll fall back, they'll Mott and Bailey, and they'll be like, well, anything that's not Jesus is satanic. Just lie, get everything wrong, keep everything kosher from the Christian perspective.
Righteous you are in the eyes of your Lord and Savior, the more you defile Christianity. So everything that we consider dear and we hold and we consider sacred, right? It is their sole mission in life to defile it. That's why porn is promoted. That's why the LGBTQ is promoted. That's why Drag Queen Story Hour is promoted in our school.
No, it's not just that people like sex and like watching sex. No, it's Jews trying to defile Christ. Come on, dude.
And open borders because it's all.
And I don't care if some pornographer said that to antagonize Christians.
All to defile everything that we consider sacred. That's what Judaism represents. Let Netanyahu take it from here.
Falls, then the problem.
Yeah, we've seen that.
The West.
All right.
Words, bookmark this tweet. We out, motherfucker.
Hold on. Let's see.
With these people, he's destroyed everything.
Israel has become stronger than ever.
That right there sounds like a dead man walking to me. It sounds like he knows that his country is on the verge of revolting. He knows.
What? A dead man walking? He's like, we're a global superpower. The Messiah is coming. The prophecies are being fulfilled. We're destroying Amalek. We rule America. We're going to win the war against Edom. And he's like, dude, trust the plan, guys. He's a dead man walking. Everybody's waking up to the ball bank accounts and the baby beef jerky and the satanic ritual trucks. Candace Owens is bringing down Zog and Stu Peters. Imagine seeing the video of Netanyahu saying they're a global superpower ushering in their Messiah, and your take is, "Oh, you worship Satan, and you're a dead man walking."
Man walking to me. It sounds like he knows that his country is on the verge of revolting. He knows that he's destroyed every ally. He knows that the West is weaker than it's ever been, and he knows that the entire population.
He wants the West to be weaker. That's the point, idiot.
In exile sent $5. The greatest crime is that most of the can't possible think of God without associating it with Yahweh. The Jews stole the idea of divinity itself.
Mm-hmm. He believed in QAnon. He's got like 300,000 or 400,000 followers on Twitter and Instagram. And he just spreads so much conspiratard, kooky shit all the time. Checks out.
Of America, and citizens from every country around the world want nothing to do with these people. They want them kicked the fuck out of their country. You're going to see nations like Spain starting to rise up. You're going to see nations like Saudi Arabia. All of these nations are going to eventually come together and they're going to unite. They're going to say, fuck this motherfucker.
Oh, you mean the prophecy that the Jews want? The nations turning against you? You don't think that they have that part of the plan? Part of the plans?
Fuck the West. Mark my words, bookmark this tweet.
Fuck the West. See, that's going to be the takeaway. Fuck the West. Fuck Edom. That's the Kabbalah rabbi plan, you idiot.
This tweet. We out, motherfuckers. Fuck this motherfucker and fuck the West. Mark my words, bookmark this.
And fuck the West. See, this is the BRICS, Russian disinfo network, anti-Western. Yeah, fuck the West, bros. Fuck the evil, satanic, demonic West. And these fake Jew Satan worshipers eating babies. Dude. 3,000 likes. Alex Karp rips into the Palantir conspiracy theorists. Let's see.
Hate this, but there's one person. Conspiracy theorists, you may hate this, but there's one person protecting your right to be a conspiracy theorist that actually has a seat at the table, and that person is me.
What?
You may not want to hear that truth, but it is fucking true, and maybe do a little more reading before you pontificate on your absurd and obviously ill-informed and many times stupid opinions. Okay, so, because, like, you're attacking the person who's protecting you, idiot. It's, like, fucking so stupid. Conspiracy theorists...
I don't think he's acting here. I think he really believes this. He thinks he's the defender of humanity. He's defending our right to be conspiracy theorists.
You may hate this, but there's one person protecting your right.
He seems sincere, though. This sounds to me like he's
a seat at the table, and that person is me.
He's crashing out.
You may not want to hear that truth, but it is fucking true. And
he's the CEO of Palantir, by the way. He's protecting us and saving us, guys.
Maybe do a little more reading before you pontificate on your absurd and obviously ill-informed and many times stupid opinions. Okay.
In what way is Palantir protecting us to be conspiracy theorists? I don't get it.
So, because like you're attacking the person who's protecting you, idiot.
Okay, I can understand like protecting us from like foreign adversaries or protecting us in war, but protecting us to be conspiracy theorists? How so?
What else would be a part of the good outcome?
Well,
Reskilling.
the most important part of the good outcome is we show our adversaries you can't fuck with us.
What else would be a part of the good outcome?
I thought I had some more from him. Oh, this is it.
In the papers that I've read in the papers that we are able to engage.
He's protecting free speech
in a way we haven't been able to in the past.
That's what he means.
We've regained our deterrent capabilities, and partly, obviously, it's the men and women on the front line that deserve most of the credit. But you know, the fact that you can now target more precisely, more accurately, more quickly, and that you, meaning America, can do these things, organize the total power of our fleet and all of our resources, and bring it to bear against adversaries and enemies, has shifted the way in which war is fought. And
is he gay?
I have read that Palantir's Project Maven is the core backbone of that.
Is he and
then I've also read that all the
Peter Thiel
allies, Arab and non-Arab in the Middle East, may or may not be users of our platform as well, and that's expanding rapidly. I think the most important thing, leaving aside the heroism of our troops, which is the most important thing, is our adversaries and enemies are witnessing an ability to fight that they don't have. And they are going to find it very hard to acquire.
Eats a Psyop 369 sent $5 on Rumble. Adam, do you think magic was ever possible?
No.
Early Christians were Jews and wrote into Bible that all magic is evil. Even today Christians make it seem like it was only pagans doing magic to demonic gods.
No, I don't believe there's ever been magic. If I believed that there was magic sometimes, then I would believe that there was still magic. I might as well believe all the Bible and witches and demons and everything. All right, we're going to have a surprise guest here in a minute, guys. I'm sending a link out. A little furry expert on and little furry fanboy of Palantir and Elon Musk and Peter Thiel.
For a couple reasons. We have, for better or worse, as many know, I've been essentially an anti-neocon. I don't really believe in the wars we fought in the past, but because I don't believe in regime change, and that's one of the reasons I'm supportive of this policy that we currently have. But what you want is to have a capacity that no one else can replicate. And America is the center of the AI revolution. The large language models on the battlefield are only useful if powered inside an ontology, and that's our ontology. And yeah, I guess I've read we're at the core of everything, and maybe that's exaggerated, but.
Okay, hold on. Let's get this straightened out for our guest that's coming any minute here. Hold on, let's play another clip too. Here's
This is Maven Smart System, Palantir's software as a service product that we are deploying across the entire department. As you can see, it's not just one.
This is Palantir's technology
data feed.
presentation.
It's multiple. And instead of having 8 or 9 systems for those decision makers to look at every single day in order for them to make decisions, you then fuse it into a single visualization tool. The single visualization tool allows you to select, deselect different types of data, look at different approaches to data, but more importantly, action from the same system that you're trying to develop your workflows around. Once you have a detection that you want to actually move into a targeting workflow, for example, this is what we do. Left click, right click, left click, magically, it becomes a detection. That detection then gets moved into a workflow. This is standard digitized workflow, but I want to walk you through it quickly. You have different types of targets that are identified on the left there. Every single column produces a different type of decision-making process. Once you have that decision and you're trying to actually action that process, we now move into COA generation, course of action generation, where we are automatically, via a number of factors, trying to identify what the best asset to prosecute a target looks like. Once we've got
So is this the new software that bombed the girls' school in Iran?
and we select one, we then can move directly into how do we action that target. So we've gone from identifying the target to now coming up with a course of action to now actioning that target, all from one system. This is revolutionary. We were having this done in about 8 or 9 systems where humans were literally moving detections left and right in order to get to our desired end state, in this case, actually closing a kill chain.
Closing a kill chain.
As we show our adversaries, you can't fuck with us.
What else would be a part of the good outcome?
Well,
Reskilling.
the most important part of the good outcome is we show our adversaries.
Pete and others were telling me, Marco.
We saw that already. Brett Weinstein and Tucker Carlson discussed the theory that Israel eliminated Charlie Kirk to advance the war with Iran. Let's see this.
I feel, and I cannot say for sure, but I feel that something was watching and it felt the clock ticking and its opportunity to finally bring about this.
I feel. We're doing feels just like Candace Owens. I feel. My vibes tell me, yo, what up? Look who's here, guys. Everybody's little favorite furry friend, Tech Monkey. What's up, bro?
Yo, hey, am I in?
You're here. We hear you.
Oh, hey. Hey, what's up, handsome? How you doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Yeah,
Don't call me handsome, though,
doing?
dude. That's not cool.
Hey, what are you doing? You checking out some stuff about some Jews?
You know it.
Hell yeah, I love looking
Every
at Jew
day.
stuff. Yeah, what are they up to? They're just like, I don't know, what's in the news?
I was just covering Palantir. Alex Karp was saying that all the conspiracy theorists that hate on him should thank him because he's protecting our right and our lives to be and our freedom of speech.
Oh, that's cringe. I fucking hate Alex Karp. I wish he'd stop protecting all these conspiracy theorists, you know what I mean? Because they're so fucking annoying. If you would just like pull back and stop protecting them, maybe they'd all die.
Yeah, I know. Seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing, protecting all these lying. Maybe that's telling, actually. Palantir is boosting all the goy slop, conspiratard disinfo.
Wait, what?
I wish Palantir would shut down all the conspiracy theorists, to be honest.
Wait, why?
Because they're a bunch of lying, kosher disinfo kooks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hate conspiracy theorists. Wait. So Palantir's like protecting them and gassing them up. They're gassing them up to be retarded and then keeping them alive in their miserable hell lives. That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, while Peter Thiel is pushing antichrist fear-mongering all the time, getting everybody scared, herded towards Jesus.
Yeah, based. Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Well, do you believe in Jesus?
You fucking kidding me? Hell yeah, I fucking love Jesus Christ.
But he's Jewish. You love the Jewish Messiah?
I mean, like, with Jews, you win, bro. It's in the Bible.
No, it's not. That's a Schofield Rothschild lie. The Bible doesn't say the Jews are chosen. We're chosen now.
Well, my lawyer's Jewish, so he told me to say that.
All right.
And my accountant, and my manager, and my dentist, and my therapist. They're all Jews.
And the guy that makes your beer?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know who makes this beer. Maybe. Probably the bank that owns the company. Yeah, it's true. Jews make the world go round, Adam. That's what I always say.
It's true. That's what the rabbis say. The world wouldn't exist if not for the Jews studying Torah.
Hell yeah, that's why I'm worried about it, man. It's not looking good. They're pissing everybody off real bad. You know, if everybody gets real mad, what if a real Holocaust happens? What if a Holocaust happens for real this time? That'd be horrible. We'd lose all our best people.
All the best peak whites, like your buddy Elon said, huh?
Yeah, all our peak whites. Oh my God. Shit. That'd be terrible.
You want to watch this clip
charge
of?
me for a dental filling if I do. Just kidding. They give good prices. Anyway, all right, go to the clip. Sorry.
Everybody knows they give good prices. You're right.
Yeah.
Or which I think Netanyahu said he's been dreaming of for 40 years.
He did say that. Adam, I can't hear
So
that
something
shit. You gotta
wanted
put
this
it in,
word.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
God, I hate this guy. Look at his face. Look at his stupid face. His stupid hair. Is that one of those Weinstein trolls?
Yeah, he's the better Weinstein trolls. He's the better looking and maybe smarter of the two Weinstein brothers, which isn't saying much.
Oh, that's crazy.
To happen, and there was the perception that the opportunity, the window was closing, so it had to be brought about quickly. Given how public Charlie was on this topic, I can't help but wonder. Now, obviously, that will sound crazy to many people, that something would have even considered such a thing. But I will say that after Charlie was killed, Benjamin Netanyahu very quickly denied responsibility for it. I was shocked by this. It did not seem natural. Now, I'm not saying that that means that anything in that quadrant was responsible for the murder.
Well, then why are you bringing it up?
That we didn't get a decent investigation.
And also, Netanyahu said he didn't do it because everybody on the internet, Ian Carroll, minutes before the body was even cold, was saying Israel did it. So that's why he denied it. And then they deny it. If he didn't deny it, everybody been like, why is he ignoring it? Why won't he address it? He needs to answer. God, we're really Candace Owens maxing with these kooks.
But I did feel...
She's so hot.
Maybe I hope you will tell...
I'd smash the shit out of Candace Owens. I'd tear that shit up, dude. You don't even know. I'll be clapping so hard. Oh, man. Every time she starts going off, dude, and she goes into bitch mode, I'm fucking rock hard, man. I can't help it. I go crazy for that energy. She's so brat. You know what I mean? I learned that from Nick Fuentes.
Yeah. Your little monkey ass would like Candace. You're right.
Yeah, dude. She's fucking top of the food chain where I come from.
Imagining this. I did feel that denial by Netanyahu was effectively a Rorschach test and maybe designed to be one. That I was supposed to feel alarmed by this, and a normal person was supposed to think, that is batshit crazy. He said they didn't do it. Obviously, they didn't do it. So anyway.
Remember, he got asked the question by one of the reporters immediately if he saw the conspiracies. And then he put out that Candace was claiming that there was some angry letter that Charlie sent him, and then Netanyahu released the letter in full. And it was Charlie like glazing him and saying he's like an agent for Israel and we got to do something about these anti-Semites.
5D chess, Adam. He was just working the Israelis, probably. He's probably just like, he had them wrapped around his finger. He's about to expose them any second. He's just getting his shit together. He's about to get them. That's why they had to take him out.
Yep. Saving Israel for last. Charlie Kirk.
Yep.
Charlie was Q.
Yep. Charlie Quirk. That's what I call him.
See the evidence that somebody did it, but what I am telling you is we've just found ourselves in a war that Charlie would have been opposed to. We know that from his public and private statements, and that he would have been a formidable force in opposition.
No, we don't.
So what am I to think? Why? At least we should have an investigation that tells us for sure that we know who committed the crime and that there wasn't something larger about.
Dude, why aren't we having an investigation, Tech Monkey? Where's the investigation?
Wait, am I kind of tuned out when this fucking troll started talking? Is he saying he thinks that maybe Candace is right? Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Candace team.
Yeah, he's a Candace stan.
Yeah, let's go, dude. I'm with it. This guy, he's Jewish, right? He's probably real smart.
He's Jewish and he's friends with your buddy Peter Thiel.
Yo, all right. Yeah, we're back. All right. I'm sorry what I said about the troll thing. I mean, you're kind of weird looking, but nothing personal. You seem like a cool guy.
So what am I to think? Why? at least we should have an investigation that tells us for sure that we know who committed the crime and that there wasn't something larger about it.
Dude, are we pretending like there's not going to be a trial for this guy? I love how it hasn't even gone to trial yet. And they're like, where's the investigation? We need an investigation. They're going to look so dumb when there is a trial and all the evidence comes out. They're just going to have to hand wave, deny all the evidence that they provide for the case.
But here's how the trial goes. All right. You swear on the Bible that you didn't kill Charlie because Israel told you to? And he's like, no, I did it because I was for my own reasons. And they're like, case closed. It wasn't Israel. He said no.
Yeah, maybe it will. You're right. No matter what it's going to happen in the trial, they're going to try to nitpick every little thing and say they're lying. Look at the body language. Oh, look at that. Blah blah blah. You already know it's coming. They're just going to deny all of it. But it's funny that they're like, "Where's the investigation?" It's like trials take a little time, unfortunately.
But look, now I've said unforgivable things. It's done.
I don't know why that's unforgivable. I mean, this is an American citizen, someone you knew. And you're not accusing anyone of anything. And I do think, leaving aside Charlie's murder and, the question of who did it, for a foreign leader to weigh in immediately and hog all the attention and make it all about himself and start issuing all these statements about how Charlie lived and died for Israel is totally unforgivable. And I say this as his friend.
Which he did.
If someone did that to me after my death, I think my family would be outraged. It's not about you.
Right.
BB. So that was
Dude, they were all accusing BB of doing it. He got asked by a reporter what he thought about it. He answered. And then in another address about Charlie Kirk, he said something about it, that it's preposterous to use to his advantage to show how kooky these anti-Semitic blood libels are.
Disgusting behavior.
Yeah, what BB Netanyahu, they're like, hey, did you guys kill Charlie? You know what he should have said? No comment.
Yeah, no comment. That would have gone over great, huh?
Yeah.
He'll be like, I plead the fifth.
Yeah. I don't want to answer on that. Out of respect for Charlie and his family, I don't want to say if it was us or not.
Yeah, that would have been better.
Yeah.
That would have been way better. Or he would have just been like, well, since you asked, actually we did. Like,
you got me.
Yeah.
Oh,
you got me. I can't lie. I couldn't lie.
Geez. Come on, guys. I can't lie. It's against my religion.
Or if they're like, Netanyahu, many online are pointing the finger at you for killing Charlie. And he's just like, if I really did it, would I tell you? Like one of those.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I may or may not know who did it. And it may or may not have been one of ours, but we got to wait for the investigation.
Yeah, it's so stupid. And they're like, we're not blaming anybody. We just said that it was probably Israel because he would have been against the Iran war, which I don't even believe. I bet you Charlie would have gotten in line and justified why it was actually a good idea. Even if he was giving lip service, opposing it beforehand, he would have got in line.
Oh, yeah, dude. Charlie would have been there. They were about to nuke us, guys.
Yeah.
They were Trump knew. He felt it in his bones.
Yeah. I trust Trump.
I trust him. God didn't give us Donald Trump for no reason, guys.
Yeah, he's Amalek.
Weird ways, but trust the plan. God is in control, and we prayed for him. So, if God gave him, who says that God can't speak through Trump? Like maybe he did. So, for all we know, he saved us from being killed by nukes.
He's the commander in chief.
Yeah, they were about to nuke Israel, guys. We can't let them do that.
Mm-hmm. I saw a clip of Glenn Beck and Bill O'Reilly, and they're like, I got the intel. They were about to launch 10 nukes at America or some shit. We had to do it. The same guys that lied us into the Iraq war are now doing Iran.
Someone with a track record of disgusting behavior, but at the very least, we could say that's just wrong. That's not how you behave in the wake of a young man's murder. And I'm never alleged, I don't even talk about this topic, and I'm not going to now, other than to say, I think everything you've said is entirely reasonable, and it's not an insult to the living. Well, to want to know what happened to the dead.
To the dead. I love how it's like he's not calling out Candace for attacking the widow and accusing Erica of accusing Charlie. No, Netanyahu's bad because he addressed the accusations against him. Crazy. Oh, dude, I'm going to have to watch this and do clips today. This sit down with this Catholic lady that got kicked off of the religious committee. What do you think of her? You prefer her or Candace?
Oh, damn. I don't know, dude. Tough choice. They're both pretty smashable.
Social media. Do not use social media between now
keep
and the end of your term.
She reminds me of Veronica Vaughn.
Dude, I like how
so
shiny
hot.
her mouth is. Her mouth is shiny like a damn. Well, I don't even want to. It's like a diamond. Woo! Just keep moving those lips.
She was Miss California.
I bet she was.
Chimed in.
I
and
wish
she said,
they
yeah, Carrie, you know
all
what?
could be
You really shouldn't be posting about.
Okay, I'll watch that later. Chris Christie says, he said this years ago on TV, but Kushner got him fired, and he said it should be handled between the rabbis.
I was thinking to myself, like, I didn't know that.
Dude, why is this guy still so fat? Hello, Ozempic exists now. Could you imagine if he got super skinny like Pompeo? That would be crazy. Get on it, bro. You're going to die.
He looks
the
pissed,
day that
dude. He's like Tony Soprano or some shit.
He does.
He's
You're right.
Chad.
The day that Trump was naming me, he went into Trump's office and said, "You can't do this," and made the argument against me in front of me.
In front of you?
Oh, yeah.
And what was the argument?
I'm immoral. I'm a bad person.
And you're sitting there.
Oh, yeah. And said that, it should have never been prosecuted. It wasn't a crime. It was something that should have been handled by the rabbis.
Oh,
because it was a family dispute.
Oh. That's going to fuel some anti-Semitism right there.
And I didn't know that Title 18 of the U.S. Code was under the rabbi's jurisdiction. The day that Trump was naming.
Isn't that crazy? I didn't know that he did it in front of him. Shows who's really the boss. If Trump chose Christie, they were boys. He chose him to be the VP, and Kushner comes in and says, shut it down. We're putting in Pence instead.
Imagine that.
We're putting in Chabad instead. Yeah.
He's like, look, Uncle Donald, or whatever he calls him. He's like,
Uncle
hey,
Donald.
you can't have this guy in here. This guy put my dad in jail for blackmailing my uncle with sex tapes. He's immoral.
He's immoral.
He's immoral. He should have let the rabbis handle it. It's a family issue.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, hold on. We got more. Where are my other
This
clips?
guy doesn't know how to play ball. Is really what he's saying. He's like, look, we're Jewish billionaires. We're not supposed to get prosecuted. Well, who the fuck does this guy think he is? Get him out of here.
Yeah, we don't follow the Goy laws. The rabbi laws are all that matter to us.
The fuck? This guy dragged one of my billionaire family members into a court and forced him to plead guilty to a bunch of crimes that he did. It was humiliating to my family.
And then Trump ended up giving his dad a pardon and then appointing him as the ambassador to France as well.
Yeah. See, that's how they roll, dude. That's based. That's why I'm converting to Judaism.
Noahide monkey? Noahide tech monkey?
That kind of works. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I could do the Noahide thing. I'm probably not going to get that in. I just want to marry a Jewish bitch with big old titties.
Oh my
That's all I want.
gosh. It's all little monkey can hope for. Here's Kim Clement, the prophet that predicted Trump would serve 2 terms. Trump shared his video earlier in the week, and this is Kim Clement's daughter celebrating it and talking about war with Iran. Let's see this. Oh wow, we're going hard.
President Trump posted my dad's prophecies about him.
Hashtag winning.
So you guys need to go over to Analysis and see what me and Christy are talking about today. If you haven't seen it, click the link below.
So whack. Okay, here's her talking
Can't
about
wait.
Iran war. Can't wait.
Today in 2026 is there's a war in Iran. The most interesting thing as we sit here today and really those things only go about 20 miles an hour.
Dude, the demon knocked him off the scooter.
The demon scooter
The demon scooter took out the prophet. Wow.
They were racing on motorized scooters. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Don't you ride around on a scooter, right? You don't have they won't give you your driver's license just because you're just a little monkey.
Every time I fall off, that's what I say too. Get damn demons. But I survive, and I'm like, not today, Satan. Protected by the power of Christ.
Yeah, demon scooters from hell. Thank you, Jesus.
That's amazing. Oh man.
Yeah.
Functioned, and he was thrown from it. And really, those things only go about 20 miles an hour. They're not very fast.
Thrown from it.
So it was very
the demons
weird,
grabbed him and threw him off the scooter.
Yeah, it was like angels in the outfield. They picked him up from the scooter and launched him.
Yeah.
You guys remember that movie, Angels in the Outfield? Like the angel would pick up the guy and he'd stop the home run from going over the wall.
Yeah, he's shortstop sliding all the way across to second base.
Yeah, the angels pushing him.
Yeah.
That movie was great.
Awesome.
Yeah, E-Crusaders think that's really true, and there really is angels and demons everywhere.
Probably orbs.
Knocking them off a scooter, scratching them in their beds.
It was a dark orb.
Dark orb, yeah, not a good angel orb, a dark orb did it. Yeah. A rock, otherwise known as a pebble on the street. The dark orb.
Off his motorized scooter by a demonic dark orb.
Yeah.
It's very weird, and I was there with him. I was 13 years old, and he broke his arms, and he had to go to the hospital, and obviously he broke both wrists, and he had a series of visions after that happened to him, where he saw the beast of the east, and he saw the warriors of the new millennium who would pierce the darkness with light, piercing the darkness with the whole thing.
The Jews are piercing the darkness. Dude, I love it. So funny. Nobody ever falls off a scooter going 20 miles per hour and breaks their wrist. And I guess you could never have prophetic visions without being in the hospital with two casts on your wrist before. This is unbelievable. They always have some kooky story like this, some testimonial story.
He saw these warriors.
Motorized scooters. It's just so funny. We were racing. We're racing on motorized scooters. They're real slow. It was a slow motorized scooter race. And he broke both his wrists being a clutch.
Also, did we have motorized scooters when she was 13 years old? She looks like she's like almost 50. Did they have motorized scooters in the 70s?
He was building custom motorized. It was a gas scooter back then.
Maybe.
They were hauling ass around the trailer park. Hit a pothole, a demon pothole.
Yeah, a black cube
exploded.
These prophetic warriors overcoming this beast of the east. And so as we here at the House of Destiny, knowing what was prophesied by my dad, watch these world events, knowing his track record being impeccable as far as what he's prophesied coming to pass, we see this war with Iran through a different lens than most people do.
I love how she's trying to say her husband prophesied a war with Iran and Russia. It's like that's what the rabbis in Kabbalist have been saying forever, for hundreds of years. Her trying to give her dad credit for it. You ready for some Erica Kirk? Are you an Erica Kirk fan? Are you Team Candace or Team Erica?
God, man, I get split, bro, because Erica's so hot. I just love her big fat face.
Her long blonde hair.
Oh, man.
Another beauty queen.
And if you're
Except she looks like a normal beauty queen, she doesn't have a Mar-a-Lago face like the other girl.
I like when she gets all worked up and real intense and does like crazy stuff with her eyes.
Mm-hmm. Demon eyes.
She gets like, her.
You recognize those baby blues anywhere. 99%.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's got it all. She'd be a freak. I could tell.
And if you're a chapter leader or you're part of a chapter and you are a believer in Christ and you are getting persecuted for your faith and your values, someone comes up and flips your table, someone throws all of your resources on the ground, count it all joy. You are being persecuted because you believe in Jesus Christ. Count it all joy. And I am so proud of each and every one of you. I am. It is not easy to do this. It is not. But it is worth it.
It is not easy to be a Christian. Totally not easy. Such risk takers. Oh, you'll like this one. Chat says that she has a pancake butt. Is that true? Well, we're going to have to dock a point if that's the case. Oh, yeah, I saw her in her Trump pageant bathing suit. You'll like this one, Tech Monkey.
I'd still probably bounce all over that thing.
Let me know what you think of this one, okay? This is from Jake Shields, producer. Wisdom teeth contains stem cells that aid in repairing the heart, brain, and bones. Recent research says 43,000 likes, 17 million views for this. Isn't there stem cells in, what is it, aborted babies or something like that also? But here's the theory. Let me know what you think. Hey, Tech Monkey, wouldn't it be crazy if they harvested our wisdom teeth for some sort of secret longevity, satanic ritual treatment for the Jews?
Whoa. That's probably true, dude. You know what? I could do you one better. You know what special place in the body has the most stem cells per square?
No, what? The taint?
Foreskin.
Foreskin. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yep.
Now that's a theory I could get behind, but you think, oh, this sounds ridiculous? You're not ready for the blood libel wisdom teeth conspiracy, right? No, it couldn't be just because of evolution and we used to have larger jaws because we were apes, foraging and eating berries and sticks and shit all day. Not sticks.
Yeah, you guys
bones.
are a bunch of domesticated, like pussy jaws. Your jaws are too small and your feet don't. You guys are freaks. Your teeth don't even fit in your head anymore.
No, seriously, yeah, because of our diet changed, we don't eat as much. We're not chewing as much and eating as much the same way, like hard foods, processed foods. So our jaws are getting smaller and weaker, but some people have extra teeth, so they take them out because it's too crowded. But no, that's not it, dude. It's the Jews are stealing not just our foreskins, they're stealing our wisdom teeth to steal our wisdom, bro. That's where our wisdom comes from, right?
That's why Jews eat so much beef jerky.
Because of the wisdom.
Their wisdom teeth. Their
Yeah.
jaw. Yeah.
Yeah. Jews have so much wisdom because they're stealing all our wisdom teeth. But anyway, it sounds a little kooky and crazy and outlandish. 73,000 likes for this theory. 3.1 million views, 73,000 likes for this kookiest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Checks out.
Yeah, dude, the Jews are grinding up all the wisdom teeth and injecting them into their brains to steal our wisdom and our vril. I cannot believe that got 73,000
I like
likes.
that. Thanks for showing me this. I'm trying to figure out how I can really blow up on the timeline. So I'm starting to get it. Kind of the kookier, the better, right? It seems like how it goes. What was it?
I don't think I ever had wisdom teeth.
6 fingers and your wisdom teeth got stem cells. You gotta start thinking outside the box, Adam. That's how you make it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never had wisdom teeth. I'm highly evolved.
What?
Only Neanderthals and unevolved Cretans have wisdom teeth.
You're born without wisdom teeth?
I never grew them.
What the hell?
Yep. Some people don't have them. So I'm high IQ.
That's weird, dude. You might be like a synth or something. You might be a clone.
Yeah. Or a Nephilim. Let's see.
I'm gonna ask Gemini. What weird small hat race of people is least likely to have wisdom teeth.
Okay, we talked about Charlie a little bit. Let's do this one too. Look at this freak, by the way. Does he not look like a burn victim or something? How much plastic surgery has this guy had? Robert Shillman. He's a
Charlie about this, and
he's a Jewish philanthropist. I think he's a billionaire. He's funding Charlie Kirk. Listen to what he has to say.
I talked to Charlie about this, and I was very concerned that that he was being influenced and giving a platform. Tucker Carlson, I think, gave a keynote address at one of the major Turning Point events. I didn't get a good answer, and I told Charlie that I can't finance you anymore. I feel very good about my past helping Turning Point and helping you, but going forward, and I don't like the trend of the organization going forward, so I'm going to stop financing it.
What do you think was going on with Charlie? Charlie seemed to be pro-Israel. He made trips to Israel. I've seen him pose with the Israeli flag. He's been at the wall.
When he began to become a strong supporter of Israel, and by the way, that was partly motivated by a donor, Bernie Marcus, who, as I recall, Charlie told me, gave him a $10 million grant to start a group, a pro-Israel group within Turning Point. And I think what happened, he went to college campuses, and this was after October 7th, 2023, and there were a lot of questions by the students poking him about Israel. Why are you so, interested in Israel? It's not American. It's not pro-American. So,
dude, this guy dyes his eyebrows.
I think that helped change.
And how many facelifts has he had? He's probably like 80 years old and doesn't have one wrinkle. His forehead and face doesn't move. He looks like Skeletor.
His mind or his
just age, dude.
I talked to Charlie about this, and I was very.
It looks like a Marvel villain. He's like Red Skull.
Red Skull. Yeah, seriously. Okay.
It's kind of epic.
Sneeko advocates political violence during 2020 BLM George Floyd riots. Let's see if this is true.
That's my cousin right there.
Sneeko's your cousin?
Yeah.
You look like you're related. I see the resemblance.
His mom's my mom's sister.
Are you albino? Or is he just in the sun a lot? You're a little albino monkey, aren't you?
We're just like kind of light-skinned monkeys. Yeah.
Light-skinned monkey. Dude, he's leading BLM marches? This is Nick Fuentes' top guy? Dude, he's such an anti-Western, communist provocateur. Oh my God, look at this.
It's just too late to say that we can't be
what the hell was it?
and that the protesting has to be completely peaceful. Because even when Kaepernick was kneeling,
dude, we can't be peaceful. That people were mean to Kaepernick. Hey, we tried kneeling. It didn't work, so we got to be violent now.
Has to be completely peaceful. Because even when Kaepernick was kneeling, you were saying, or white people were saying, that it's too far, that this is the incorrect way to protest. I think that this radical protesting, if we're gonna steal, if we're gonna loot, if we're gonna burn stuff, if we're gonna commit crimes, it should be political. There should be an objective in mind. This whole system
pro-rioting
is so strong that it needs to be dismantled from the ground
He's
up.
so
Hit
based.
them where it hurts. If you're gonna be violent.
Did he just say the system needs to be dismantled from the ground up? Dude, you don't hate Sneeko enough. I always see a Big Tech, your buddy Big Tech, talking about Sneeko.
Yeah.
I didn't know I could hate him anymore.
He's Big Tech's a big time hater. I don't know. I think Sneeko's based, he's come a long way. He's finally found the light of Islam. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Allahu Akbar. Yeah, he's pretty. I don't know. I don't get into all that stuff. I think he's based. He's a holy man now. So, W.
Systematic white oppression is so strong that it needs to be dismantled from the.
Systematic white oppression is so strong it needs to be dismantled. This is who headlined Nick Fuentes' America First conference. This is who he's in a new Netflix documentary with Myron, and I watched a little bit of it last night. Louis Theroux documentary.
I'm sure that's gonna be great. Look at us, we're men. We're real men. Check it out. I got like five baby mamas.
Bugattis.
Yeah, 5 baby mamas and Bugattis, and they're all lesing out with each other. It's so based.
We should watch that on Big Tech Show or on the Discord or something.
Yeah, it sounds great. Gotta love a Louis Theroux documentary.
I love Louis Theroux.
Myron. Yeah.
Yeah, he mogs and makes these guys look like idiots, and they're too dumb to even realize it.
Yeah, Louis Theroux will be like, well, so tell me, why are you such a retarded fag cuck? And then they'll be like, well, you think I'm a retarded gay fag cuck? And he's like, yeah, I do think that. Why are you that way? That's every Louis Theroux documentary.
Yeah. He's like, why are you so mean to your girlfriend? Bad English accent. Okay, deport Sneeko. Look at this shit. So now he's working with Professor Zhang and all these Muslims and anti-Western propaganda, and now here he was a few years ago doing his anti-systemic white oppression bullshit. Deport Sneeko. Fuck Sneeko. And fuck Nick and everybody else that normalized this guy and helped make this guy popular.
That systematic white oppression is so strong that it needs to be dismantled from the ground up. Hit them where it hurts. If you're gonna be violent, hit them where it hurts.
Wow.
Yeah, that's terrorism.
Dude, I hope somebody asked Nick about this. Anti-white scum, says Jaden McNeil. You know Jaden, right?
Yeah, I know all about Jaden. He's cool. He's like, I hate Nick Fuentes. He ruined my life. It just does a good show about it.
Yeah. Ex-jihadi Sneeko is just like, okay, let's just watch this.
I've read some of the ones beyond that. I don't harp on anyone if they're part of an organized religion. That's fine.
You said you read 20,000 hadith?
15 to 20,000. Read all of Sahih al-Bukhari, which is about 7,500 hadiths. I read all of Sahih Muslim, and I've read some of the ones beyond that.
Right. Google's saying it's around like 2,000 to 7,000 of it, but
wait,
maybe
you
you're
don't
reading
know
Shia
your
ones as
own?
well.
No, that's okay. First off, the fact, aren't you Muslim?
Yeah. Again, hadith,
Dude,
there's
Sahih
unreliable and
al-Bukhari,
there's specifically reliable.
Sahih al-Bukhari
There's
has
different
7,500
books.
hadiths by itself, dude. How do you not know this?
Again, there are different clarifications on how many hadith you could believe and how many are specifically reliable. There's different interpretations.
Sahih al-Bukhari is reliable. It's Sahih, which means authentic. Do you know what Sahih means?
Yes. Look, the point is,
dude, he's getting mogged.
Authentic. It's named authentic.
Yeah. If it's named authentic. This dude doesn't even know how many hadiths there are. Great Muslim, dude.
the first time I heard somebody say 20,000.
Dude, well, first off, I don't know what you Googled, but Sunni Hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari is Sunni, okay? Sahih al-Bukhari by itself, before you even get into Sahih Muslim, is 7,500. What did you Google exactly? How many hadiths are there? I'm going to Google that just to see what mine says. It estimates range from tens of thousands to over 100,000, as you can know. It's not focused.
Dude, Nick really knows how to choose allies, right?
Tens of thousands to over a million. So I don't know what you read.
Total hadith, it depends. Again, it's debated about how many specific hadiths there
Okay,
are.
but
how many are
no one in the
reliable.
world would say there's only 2,000 or whatever you said.
You gotta take it easy on Nick. He doesn't have a lot of friends. He kind of takes what he can get. You know,
That's true. That's
he
true.
just kind of is like, hey, if you
Okay.
if you're not trying to get me thrown in prison, you're basically my best friend.
All right, let's check out this guy. I covered this one a couple weeks ago. It was a huge viral video on TikTok, and now it's got 13,000 likes reposted here on Twitter. Let's see this guy. The Edomites, the Edomite conspiracy.
Israel and so it's not the Jews, it's the Edomites posing as Jews. Edomites are the Canaanites.
You gotta love this.
I've been saying this, it's really not the Jews, it's the Satanists that have hijacked every religion. The story of
It's not Jews, guys. I love these guys every time. It's not Jews. It's not Jews. Stop talking about Jews. It's Edomites. It's Khazarians. It's Satanists. It's Baal worshippers. How is it not so obvious what this line of reasoning only serves to exonerate Jews and Torah Judaism.
And their tribes became the Edomites. So it's not the Jews, it's the Edomites posing as Jews. Edomites are the Canaanites, and if you know the Bible...
I've been saying this, it's really not the Jews, it's the Satanists that have hijacked every religion.
You know the story of Jacob and Esau. Esau was cursed. He went and married 2 Canaanite women.
The
and
Edomite
their tribes...
Satanists.
Edomite Satanists. Hey, it's not the religions that are bad. It's been infiltrated by Satanists that are bad. So, but the religions are good. So we're just making excuses for what the actual problem is.
Became the Edomites. The Edomites were eventually absorbed into Israel and were converted into Jews, but they kept their dastardly...
And how did they get absorbed into Israel? Well, what happened was the Khazarian Mafia, which was located north of Israel in that region, all of the neighboring countries got so sick of their disgusting evil practices that the rulers of the surrounding countries forced them to pick a religion. It forced the leader of the Khazarians to pick a religion.
Freely 99 cent $5 on Rumble. Adam, what is your definition of a Jew?
Somebody who's genetically Jewish, whether they practice Judaism or believe Judaism or not, somebody that's ethnically Jewish. If somebody is not Jewish but then converts to Judaism, I guess I would call them Jewish too. No, I wouldn't even call them Jewish, really. So no, just somebody that's genetically, ethnically Jewish. All right. This is retarded because Khazaria wasn't until 1,000 years after Edom existed, and in a completely different place, looks like thousands of miles away.
To follow, so that way there could be an attempt at peace in that region, and that neighboring countries' traders wouldn't have to deal with passing through Khazaria, where a lot of them actually went missing. So their solution was to force them into a monotheistic religion, and the Khazarians chose Judaism.
And all of that is rooted on a fake Jewish story called Kuzari, written by a rabbi, which is really just a fictional polemic about why Judaism is better than Christianity and Islam. That's actually what it is, a fake story.
You know, the Khazarians were like, we like being atheistic, Satanists, evil guys. And they're like, no, Khazarians, you have to pick a religion. And then they said, okay, fine, we'll be Jews.
We'll be Jews. We'll be the one everybody hates.
Okay,
that's
fine.
really was.
We'll be the most persecuted minority religion of all time. Fine.
We'll choose the one that everybody hates the most. And we'll wait 1,000 years before we return to the land and then use it to trick everybody. Makes total sense.
Well, what should we be? What religion are you guys? And they're like, yeah, we're Christians. And they go, wait, how do you feel about Jews? Oh yeah, we hate the Jews. Okay, we'll be that then.
Yeah, exactly. Genius move.
Khazarians.
What about the Muslims? How do
Satan-
they feel about the Jews? Oh yeah, Muslims hate Jews too. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we'll be that.
Yeah, that'll be our key to success, being the group that everybody hates.
Pretty smart.
Freely 99 cent $5 on Rumble. Can you be part Jewish?
Yeah, if you have part genetically Jewish background, yeah, sure.
Ways. And they are the synagogue of Satan that Jesus was rebuking because they were living amongst the Israelites at the time. And from what I read, King Herod was actually part Edomite. But long story short, they killed Jesus. They killed the real Messiah. Their whole thing was about stealing back the blessing that Esau stole from Jacob. So they killed Christ and have been working with Satan to destroy the world. But in the Bible, it's written that the righteous tribes will rise and that God will destroy each and every one of them, and that the Edomites will go to live in the Holy Land, the fake Jews, the ones who worship the Star of Rapham, the six-pointed star that they have on their flag and have legitimized to all of us.
Hold on. What did he just say there? That the fake Jews, Rapham, yeah, he doesn't even get Remfan. He said that the fake Jews are the prophecy says the fake Jews return to the land. What prophecy is that?
They killed Christ and have been working with Satan to destroy the world. But in the Bible, it's written that the righteous tribes will rise and that God will destroy each and every one of them, and that the Edomites will go to live in the Holy Land, the fake Jews, the ones who worship the Star of Rapham, the six-pointed star that they have on their flag and have legitimized to all of us via their psyops. The six-pointed star Jews, those are the Edomites posing as Jews, but they're really just continuing the Canaanite.
Wait, when does he think that the Khazarians became Jewish? I
think these guys are talking about two different things. Yeah.
He said that the fake Edomite Khazarians killed Jesus.
Yeah, but then they didn't kill Jesus. No, none of this. All of this is complete retardation to just give the takeaway that you got to believe in Jesus and Jews aren't real Jews and Jews and prophecies and Torah and messiahs aren't the problem. That's all this ever does.
Yeah, Jesus was white.
Yeah, he was white like you, I guess. White like me.
Practice of child sacrifice, satanic Baal worship, Moloch worship, all that nasty such Saturn worship, child eating, child blood drinking, child sacrifice, etc. And they're posing as Jews. And they are the ones that Jesus Christ called the synagogue of Satan. And yeah, so it's not the Jews.
And yeah, this guy's gay, right? Some gay conspiracy kook on Twitter.
Sacrifice, etc. And they're posing as Jews.
And Jewish.
They are the ones that Jesus Christ called the synagogue of Satan. And yeah, so it's not the Jews. It's the Edomites posing as Jews. The Khazars, the Ashkenazis, the Canaanites that basically migrated to Ukraine. But the good thing is, according to the Bible, we don't need to do anything. God is going to smite each and every one of them. And
Good news, guys. Trust the plan. We don't have to do anything.
God's going to smite them. Any day now. 2 more weeks.
Talk about the paralysis. Hey, it's really bad. They're eating babies, but don't worry, guys. God's got it taken care of.
he said he was going to do it when they return to Jerusalem, which they all are. And they're going to try to bring about a fake Messiah, but God's going to destroy each and every one of them. He said he's going to destroy the entire bloodline of it.
So don't worry about them and their Messiah and their third temple, because God's going to destroy them and Jesus is going to come save us. So don't worry about it. It's got to happen. Prophecy cucked. Yeah. I like that. Thanks. Prophecy cucked.
Pretty dark, but it's the truth. These people have hijacked every major religion. It's not just Judaism, but I feel bad for the common Jew, the one that really knows nothing about this and is going about practicing the religion, but has been brainwashed by these Khazars, these synagogue of Satan,
They're not brainwashed by the Bible. No, it's the Khazars that did the brainwashing. The Bible was perfect until 1,000 years ago when the Khazars came and twisted it by not changing anything, but then secretly worshiping Baal and drinking baby blood. But the Bible and Jews were just perfect before that.
You know why I really feel bad for the Jews?
Why?
Because they don't get to do blood sacrifices anymore. Like, that's their main thing, dude. They don't have the temple. We got to get them the temple back so they can start slaughtering animals to their blood god.
Yeah, I know. It's not Yahweh. They love Yahweh. He's the good guy, as if he never demanded holocausts and burnt offerings and endless animal sacrifices and blood magic. They have to make up that, they're secretly doing it to Baal and Moloch, but it's like Yahweh does that too. Christianity is built upon a child sacrifice and then cannibalism of his body. They lack a lot of self-awareness and introspection.
Has been brainwashed by these Khazars, these synagogue of Satan, these false Jewish worshipers. They've brainwashed these Jews to take the blame for everything they're doing. And
dude, the poor Jews are just being scapegoated. They're taking the blame. These Khazars are giving these Jews a bad name. Poor Jews. Poor Jews.
Yeah, it's a damn shame.
We got to stop these Khazars.
If we could just return control of the world to the real Jews,
then
everything would be better.
Fortunately, this brainwashing has really tainted the minds of a lot of Jews, a lot of people in Israel, and now they're paying the price because they made it seem like it was okay to go and take Palestine. They made it seem like it was okay to take over the entire Middle East for the Greater Israel Project because they're just God's people and it was promised to them 3,000 years ago.
So all of that is in the Bible. That is what Jews in the Bible want because of the Bible. Why are we blaming Khazars for this?
Because Khazars are mean and Jews are nice.
The dumbest people on the planet. I know, Jack Stone. It's like, it's crazy how they'll like conjure up all of these weird, convoluted, contradictory, baseless theories instead of just acknowledging and face the facts of reality.
Yeah, it's those dang big-nosed, rat-face, goblin-looking, afro, nappy-headed European Khazarians.
I like that little monkey growl. That is good. You got to do that one a lot. You sound like a little gremlin.
Well, the reality is, God is a loving God. He would never kill children in his name. These Baal worshippers, they're killing these children in the name of Baal and Moloch, but they're posing as Jews. So if you're a true Jew, break free from these Zionists, break free from these Baal worshippers, and continue your connection with God. And if you're already doing that,
All these Baal
good for you.
worshippers.
Baal worshippers, yeah.
They love worship.
I love worshiping balls. See how the whole thing turns into like Jews good still instead of just it kills me. It's so fucking obvious what this line of reasoning does. This guy's probably Jewish.
He would never kill children.
God would never kill children. Like, has he never read the Bible? God says, happy is one who smashes the little ones' heads on the rocks and kill every man, woman, child, and even their animals and livestock. That's your God. Oh, he wouldn't.
God would never kill children except on Passover.
He would never kill children except on the flood when he flooded the earth.
Except on that one time that we made a holiday about the time that God sent his angel to kill all the children.
Yeah, God would never kill children except in the Exodus Passover when he killed all the firstborns in Egypt.
Yeah, except for, fucking Egyptian children, sure. But I mean, who cares about that?
Yeah. Just so retarded. 13,000 likes for that mental illness. All right. Thanks for joining, Tech Monkey. You lifted my spirits up a little bit for the end of the stream there.
Cool.
Gotta go. You gonna stream with Big Tech today?
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what he's up to. But yeah, keep it up. Good job. You guys are doing great. And we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him.
We're gonna get the Khazars. Grr.
Yeah, we're gonna take them all down. we're gonna expose these Jewish lies. Hell yeah. Adam Green.
All right.
No
Thank
news.
you, Tech Monkey. Thank you, Tech
All right,
Monkey.
see you later, guys.
For joining
Bye.
again later. All right, guys. That is all we have for today. We smashed the goal. Thank you for the big donos. Hitting the goal. Where's our outro music? We still didn't get to all of it, but I got to run. Hope you guys have a nice weekend. Go to the gym, eat some steak, like, share, subscribe, comment below, clip the show, share the links, pick up the book, sign up for Subscribe Star. You guys know what to do. So, especially, I've not seen enough comments. I like reading your guys' comments. I want to see what you guys have to say. So, take care, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Unless anything crazy happens over the weekend, I will see you guys Monday morning. So have a nice weekend, and take care.